I'm here. Which,
I'd go for Poe.
yeah, go for Bo. What do you want to do?
Gonna try and do some poison things and either I just want to see if I can progress as far as I can with the poison lust and not just throwing my head into it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Is time wise or chronologically wise, is this post getting kidnapped?
It will be post getting kidnapped.
Then, oop, oop, uh, the I guess a mixture of like what happens. Is there somebody to greet me, or can I just like go right back into my poison vault?
Well, you gotta come out of your poison vault first.
Yep. Well, what was it? I remember you said like I exited the poison vault and like I was already in the carnival, and I was just like, oh Jesus, these guys are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. That's for certain.
So
Uh,
I guess exploring the carnival a little bit and
it's
like
gonna be a
taking
cave room. I just need a
cave
moment.
room.
Oh no, no exploring for you.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yes. No exploration for ye. That's not what I wanted to click on. That's what I wanted to click on. Alright. You have an idea as to how you wanted to proceed before we get into crazy stuff?
Well, in terms of, I do want to. I kind of want to ask the carnival if they have any recommendations of like for poison people, just to try and gain that extra little bit of knowledge. Otherwise, I'm going to try and see if I can mitigate any of the current issues that I have, especially like the straight damages and the cost of the +1 cost to all things that I have to use. Hang on a second, let me get the proper wording out of that again. Harika, where's my... Okay, there it is. My bad. Okay. Poison blobs in the eye. All resources +1 from any pool use. The absorption, circulation, and culmination. Understanding that a little bit better and trying to mitigate the uh, issues of it. And probably insurrection as well. Trying to understand and combat those poisons. And then once those are all handled, read another freaking page.
We're here.
Alright.
You have arrived here, and a very spooky lady has arrived.
Oh dear.
So you're the poison problem.
Yeah, that's me.
Alright. What do you need?
Uh, well,
I don't have any
gotcha. I am trying to understand how to combat poison in a more effective way. Right now, I slam my face into it and just deal with it, and I'm not actually combating the poison.
I got a couple options for you. You can either do it your way, or we can do it our way.
Okay.
Your way will probably result in your death, but yay, you did it.
What's your way?
We stuff you in a pot.
Wait, what?
Yep. Yeah, it's a big urn. We strip you clean. We put you in there and we fill it with liquid. And we marinate you a little bit.
Unposed, just a little appalled. He's just like, I've heard of throwing a bunch of bugs into a
It's not good
pot.
poison.
Okay.
Mm-mm. It's about as worse, but it's not. No, it's not that.
So hold it. The idea is then that I become the tea, literally.
No, you will be something that we pickle, and if you
Oh,
resist, it pickles the poison out of your body, so that you have more time to do whatever studies.
understood.
Mm.
Okay.
Do we need to pickle you a little bit?
Well, let's say yes. At the same token, should I get a worse poison into me first and then pickle? Or would you
I mean, it gets harder to survive every time you do.
every time that I pickle, or every time I add more poison?
What do you think?
Both sound horrible.
Yes, both.
Okay.
You'll stay in here until, well, probably for a very long time. This will be your room.
All right. I'm guessing you guys still. Well, I was told you guys didn't mind poison practitioners, but still bit of a subjugation or segregation.
Mm, here's the thing. Poison protection and resistances are not a priority in the first part of the curriculum. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of effort. Most people don't understand what they need to do in the first place. It's best to keep you separate
All right.
until otherwise. Most of the things in this room are also replaceable easily. In case, I don't know, you have uh, car sweats in the middle of the night. I don't know. And soak your bedding in your blanket in black icky substance. I don't know. Do you leak yet? Are you leaking?
Uh, I don't think so.
Well, you might. It's part of the poison practitioner's methodology.
Oh shit. Hey, can I put a pause on this? I'm getting a call. It's my work phone. Sorry. One moment. Sorry about that. Parts issue. Okay. Fuck. Keeping me separated, putting me into a pot, pickling me, and learn as I go.
Mm, yes.
Alrighty. Um, I understand that there's a bit of a what? The strong survive here in this carnival?
Yeah. Strong. That's why we like poison practitioners. Your form of strength.
Hmm.
You'll learn the sword. You may not be the best, but you don't have to be the best. You know why?
Because it only takes one,
Yes.
especially with me.
It doesn't even need to take one. You could cross blades and contaminate their sword aura with a poison sword aura, and then they fucking die.
Hmm.
If
How
you're
many times?
actually, how many
Sorry.
times?
How many times do you think I could survive pickling?
Maybe one.
Eh,
It really depends on how averse you are to pain and how long you can hold your breath while in pain.
gotcha.
Guess we could give you a straw, but a lot of people like panic.
Really thinking that I should take one more page before I try this pickling process. I'm
You
gonna
do what you
die.
gotta do. Why are you gonna die?
Well, but I either face this the way that I would normally face it and probably die because I just run head first and I can see where that's going to kill me and I don't want it to happen. Or I face something that's probably going to only be like I might be able to survive one of these and it gives me a small bonus and then I have to throw myself into the unknown again. But the moment that I read it, I'm in it.
Mm, okay. So you're practicing some sort of immersion art or booked or technique, and you're still undergoing the process.
Only got
And
6
you're
more steps and then I can take a breather.
oh, okay. So you gotta speak up, lad. You're not a poison practitioner yet. You're undergoing a poisoner's baptism. That's vastly different than I am learning poison. Uh, it's vastly different. Can't even begin to describe how different it is. Uh,
Um,
so
then
methodologies are going to be different. We're going to have different offers for you, and we can give you supplies and additional help. The poison baptism is significantly more valuable because it means you're inheriting somebody's art. It doesn't mean it's good. I have no idea what you're practicing, and you don't have to tell me. That's the thing at the carnival. I may be a facilitator between the carnival and yourself, but that does not make me your master or your teacher.
hmm,
So,
alrighty.
if you want to keep your cards to your chest, do so. You might have to fight one of us, later down the line. We'll
Understood.
probably we'll probably figure you out eventually because that's our advantage. You still have to fight and struggle every day, but disadvantage is if you're very strong and you're very good, we have no choice but to help you. So a poison baptism, and you're in the middle of it. You're at part 4 out of 10. That's a lot of steps for a baptism.
It's arguably the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
That means nothing to me.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you've done and who you are. You are here now, and that means somebody is interested in your talent. But that someone's not me.
Hmm.
You were just here. So, you have two choices with the new option and information you've given me. The pickling is still on the table. We could probably get away with that once with the baptism, because usually you don't want to leach out all of the spicy goodness running through your veins. But we could shock you with it, so it, gives you a little bit of breathing room. Risky. You either tell me what you're doing, or you tell me what you need. Those are your options.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know what you need until you tell me. Unless you let me know what you're up to, and then maybe I can assume your needs ahead of time and figure it out myself. And then coach you along a process that'll get you through it.
Okay.
You're also lucky. I'm a sanguimancer. So even, I know you don't have hemoglobin in your veins, but you still have a circulatory system.
Yes, I
And
do.
when you reach my level, it doesn't matter if people have blood or not. They could, as long as they have fluid moving through their bodies. I'm pretty good at messing with those.
Hmm. I believe I'm still learning here, but I need to figure out the a poison to combat, or I need to figure out something to combat a poison that is taking away my resources and making everything cost more. I believe it has something to do with absorption, circulation, and culmination.
Mm.
Uh,
So you want to combat it with an overflow poison. Okay, they write it on a little note. We have a poison that does the opposite. It overflows you with power and resources. And if you can't keep up with the expenditure, you pop. But that should, if you have a poison that is eating you away from the inside, we call those withering poisons. You wither, your energy depletes, it doesn't recover. It's like a leaking pot.
and then I also have insurrection. Well, the poison is called insurrection.
Oh, it's turning your body against yourself. All right. That's something you'll have to keep an eye on, but we can give you stabilizing doses. What else?
I mean, I can. Those are the only ones that I am worried about right now. Uh, the other one just.
Here, my time is valuable. I am not going to be able to check up on you all the time. You have my attention.
Right. Okay.
Not what you think you need now. You have 6 more steps. What do you anticipate you'll need? You'll need to be doing a lot of that here at the carnival, anticipating what you'll need next.
That's a little bit tricky because I have to translate. I'm not, and then the
Okay.
moment that I do have
Then
it,
then do this. What is the current trend with the
okay.
baptism? What is it doing to you? What do you think the next steps are? You don't have to be correct. You just need to be close.
Alrighty. Irritation, aggravation, and frustration. Second exclamation. Invasion, infiltration, insurrection. They made it harder to. They made things harder to. Made things cost more. Resource pool. Makes it hurt whenever I can't. Cancels things. Anytime. Extra damage. Makes it harder to win. Makes it harder to survive.
Yes.
I think that I believe that the next things are going to be very debilitating, whether or not it's. I think it'll start attacking either my characteristics, well,
They don't know. This is
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta.
yeah.
You gotta.
Uh, It'll start steeping from my strength and maybe attacking my intelligence. Could be attacking my, I don't know, my ability to hold things and hurting how skillful I am at things. I'm anticipating that it's going to start beeping at almost everything. I'm guessing by the end of it. Um, all points, which is just kind of a wide general. Taking away or taking extra damage. Taking away from maximum, or well, not taking away from maximum. Well, taking away from maximums might actually be something to consider. Um, Out of character. I'm unsure how to word the idea of the maximum pool of stats, or like the maximum pools starting to be chipped away at. So like I only have 17 poison key, and then like, oh well, your maximum amount of key that you can hold starts to get drained away. But let's see. Start writing something down.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay. Stabbing characteristics. Word it better. Stabbing skills. Um, Target. What would it be? Balance and orientation. Um, it's every poison that I have come across so far makes me weaker. So I believe that the boosting the potion or the poison that you gave that would give me almost overwhelming power. I believe something similar in that aspect to most things would be beneficial. I'm uncertain of what, but if I don't use them, then I will return them.
Okay. So you have something that kills you slowly,
Yes.
and the more you practice this stuff, the more stacking debilitations. Sounds to me like you are trying to gobble up somebody's poison art that It's meant to fight other really powerful practitioners, so it means it's good stuff. Because all of these things are ways you can kill another person, or at least make it so that they are not so much of a problem when you fight them. So
Certainly hurts.
yeah, I'll get you some things. Now we are invested in your welfare and raising you up. So we are going to give you some pretty expensive things. You may have more. You may ask for more. If you're making steady progress, good progress, not rushed or hurried or desperate, steady, powerful progress, we will continue to invest in you. You'll pay off eventually. They always do. But if you're struggling, even while using the resources, you may ask for help.
All right.
We encourage you to do so because we're putting a lot of money, time, and resources into you. So it's best not those to go to waste. Now, if you start slacking and you're still taking this stuff, you can have breaks. Sometimes you need to breathe, but I'm talking, really leaning into taking your time. Then I might have to get personally involved. You don't want that.
You, you said don't take too much time then?
Yes, because
Hmm.
you see, they are going to start their sword classes soon. And the problem with starting late on the sword classes is we have a hierarchy system. There's a good chance you'll be placed at the bottom of it due to how late you are. You don't want to be at the bottom of the hierarchy, so don't take too long.
How much? Well, when? When do they start?
We'll start in a couple days.
You said,
You need to finish your baptism, even if it takes you a while. Maybe it's so grandiosely powerful that it doesn't matter if you don't know how to wield a sword. You swish your hand and everyone who breathes air dies. I don't know. Maybe.
we'll see.
We'll see.
Um, I think I start reading or uh, I start going into this page 5 at this point.
Yeah. They'll have stuff brought to you.
Awesome.
Alright. You know the role.
Mm.
Page 5. Because the poison, the initial dose, stacking minus 10 per
Yes.
try to read the manual.
Yes, indeed. And let me get back to what's involved. Nope, past that. If those. I both know what you're talking about, and I don't have that one written down. View entries. IGM rolls older. Heck. It's minus 10 if I fail, right?
Mm,
I have the initial dose, irritation, aggravation, and
each
frustration.
try. It's not just literally each try, pass or fail.
Oh, okay. So by the end of it, I'm going to have a minus 100, even if I do it all
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Okay, okay. So
So
this
this will
one,
be a minus 4 ta. Good luck.
and this is a intermediary poison roll or a basic poison? Or
Do you
just
have intermediary?
yes, I have 1 point in
Then
intermediary.
roll it. You want to use your most advanced poison knowledge.
And minus
And
40.
then don't forget to give yourself the plus 30 from your basics poison knowledge. And
Okay.
then, because it's all a successor skill. And if we look at your character, if you don't mind me to scrolling over and taking a peek with you.
Go right ahead.
Well, basic poisons, you got 3 check marks, so that gives you plus 30 to the intermediate poison roll.
So
Poison coating will give you a plus 10 because it has 2 check marks, and then poison application gives you plus 20 due to the 3
okay.
check marks. So for this game, when you're doing poison stuff,
I got
or
you.
anything you learn about poison, if any side thing you've learned or any specialty, they all apply to learning poison list because every single detail matters when learning this book.
Gotcha.
So right now you've got a plus 60, and with the minus 40, you only have a plus 20 to your intermediate poison roll. And there is another chapter of this stupid book after the initial book. And it gets way harder, and you're going to need a lot more poison knowledge.
Understood.
Yeah. But this one, it's going to be pretty neat. Let's see what you got. Give me that roll. That looks like a pass to me, my dude.
Hell yeah.
Here you go. Present.
Oh. Okay, rolling any physical, mental, and spiritual roll of 81 or higher fails even if you were succeeded. Okay.
There's more.
I figure.
Any failed roll causes you to lose a DT of time immediately as your reckless shooting, pain, migraines, of vertigo, and nausea.
Oh, okay.
So you don't just get to re-roll; you lose an entire DTA, writhing in pain.
Yeah. Okay.
Which then builds up on your frustration because,
Yep.
God damn it, why is my body betraying me? And the infiltration and takeover. It's they weren't wrong. As you read that one, you will find a host of supplies.
What do you mean? Host of supplies.
A host of not just food and water, but there's also stuff for a quick fire starter because this is a cave that is an actual fire. So you'll have a campfire, and there is a hole in the ceiling where the smoke goes. But there's food, water, extra blankets, extra clothes. They even put an empty laundry bin.
I
There's
thought
a
you meant
bunch.
like I read the poison page and there was supplies all of a sudden. My bad.
Oh no,
Okay.
you were reading the book. You told this individual to get you some supplies. Well, they went out and got you a small box worth of tinctures, elixirs, and pills, along with some strange raw materials and raw ingredients. They all have a label, but they don't have a description of what they do. Unless it literally says in the label.
Alrighty.
Yeah. One of note that does get your interest is they do have a named poison in the jar.
Alrighty.
Yeah. It's called Poison of Power Overflowing.
Okay.
You can feel just raw energy emanating from the bottle, which is made of crystal, not glass.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. This particular poison, um, it feels almost like a philosopher's stone in the way it just radiates raw juice.
Damn. Gotcha.
Yeah. Has its own protective box to keep it away from the other ingredients too. So, And they weren't kidding when they said they'd invest in you. They also weren't kidding when they said you will definitely be paying back what is owed.
Gotcha.
But they never specified how. Probably involves murder. But you've never been opposed to moida.
Not really. I can do that.
It's a little murder.
Is there an exact wording that you want for poison of power overflowing?
I'll tell you when you drink it, or if you drink it.
Okay.
Lorekeeper cautions: don't drink that unless a game is over. Like when all with health is gone, fate points there, like every resource pool is like
Empty.
bottomed out, and you were like, I'm dying. I die right now. Then you drink that.
Gotcha.
That is a poison of last resort's last resort. You drink other last resorts before you drink that. That's Lorekeeper's advice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Yeah, you successfully read that book. You want to do number 6? Or do you want to drink some stuff that either makes things harder or easier?
Hang on a second. Don't drink unless empty and dying. Okay. I want to figure out if it's possible for me to control my body and combat one of the poisons that I'm dealing with, or if it is I need to create something to combat it. Because one of the things is circulation. I'm just like, if I can't just circulate myself well enough and then deal with the poison, can I?
Well, you were also told that, especially in your readings, that you need to protect certain energy channels.
Yes.
You need to prevent circulation in those areas. So you probably should do those quickly.
Yeah. Or yeah. Uh, is that considered a training or a research to understand my?
That's training, if you could find the book for it.
Okay. Then I will ask Lorekeeper.
Then it's in the pile of books.
Okay.
The Intermediate Poison Manual.
Alrighty.
Yeah, all the information he needs in there.
Do I have that one written down?
You're still working through it because it took time. Remember?
Yes. Well, wait. Book 1 of 9. Wait. Intermediate level poison. Book 1 of 9. The many stages of poisoning oneself.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
go to
think you've
2.
read the first one, right?
Yes, I'm completely done with the first one. I'm on to the second one.
Okay. The first one will explain a lot of the differences in different types of poisons, but mostly talks about how the body works. It's almost more of a physician's journal. It has cutaways of the human body in drawing, and it kind of like one of those Da Vinci drawing type of things, where you get to see the insides, and there's annotations, and there's like, these are the meridian points, these are meridian channels, this is the way the energy flows, this is the way the energy shouldn't flow. Go ahead and get yourself 1 check mark in Scholastic Lore Physician.
Alrighty.
Because you've basically studied the equivalent of an undergrad in medicine in about 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you're superhuman, by the way.
Yeah.
What's your int?
One more time, what?
What is your intelligence score?
94.
Yeah, you're smarter. Okay, so an average person has 25 is an average smart person. Person who went to college and did like straight A's, 30. Someone who's like master of their field, kind cutting edge geniuses of geniuses pushing 40. You're pushing 100. Some That's why I give you guys so much extraneous information. The higher your scores are, especially for int. It's almost a my version of trying to represent what a mind at that type of intelligence looks like. It is constantly rapid firing answers, extrapolations, it's running numbers, it's running scenarios, it's sifting through
At that point, I am
information.
the.
You have huge at 150 you're smarter and faster than a computer.
I was about to say, I'm just like we're hitting computer levels at this end.
Right. So you're about half as quick, or a little bit more than half as quick, as an actual computer running numbers. That's why I throw just so much information at you guys. Even stuff that you were like, I didn't even know that was part of the equation. Well, I, as the GM, go, okay, you've seen this piece, you've seen this piece, you've also seen this piece of information. If you put them together in any permutation and run them, you can make huge jumps of logic with high intelligence scores. That's why I kind of just let you mess around at the beginning, and I was not very helpful. But once you guys started raising those int scores, I started just giving you information.
Alrighty.
This game is going to be hard enough without it. There's too much going on.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take some time to read the second of the intermediary poison books.
Yes, if you'd like.
Well, let's see. I mean, well, do I have the list of them?
All 9?
Yeah.
You have all 9. You have the complete box office set.
By
the way,
yes.
By the way, having all 9 is super hard in this game.
Gotcha.
Having the full set, it's usually a quest to go get one.
Oh wow. All right.
Trying to show you the power of 100 merit.
Yes, it is. Indeed. Okay, so.
But yeah, you have all 9. You can flip through them. Lorekeeper just usually recommends just read them in order. They're built that way for a reason. Something you're going to be like, oh, I found the answer in book 3, but you don't know any of the information it's talking about because that information it talks about for the base knowledge is in the previous book that you skipped over. So you might as well read the book before it.
Gotcha. Are they all with? Does the required progress get higher, or are they all 1,000 each?
All 1,000 each.
Okay. Wait. What's the name of book 2?
Flow.
Well,
Flow.
Flow. Okay.
Simple. One word. Flow.
Gotcha.
It does break it down into the study of flow, the flow of the body, interacting with the flow, stopping the flow, restarting the flow. This whole book is about things that move. And it also includes things like breathing.
Gotcha.
Any moving resource in your body, either internal to internal, external to internal, or internal to external. It talks about everything that moves.
Okay.
Yep.
This is considered a forbidden knowledge, forbidden lore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This will just also add another dot in being a physician.
Mm-hmm.
What would be that word? I had it in my head just now. There was other skill that you would pick up alongside it. Has nothing to do with poisons. It's Um, Martial thermodynamics.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Basically, the exchange of energies in systems. That's thermodynamics, right?
I think so, but
Yeah.
I hear thermo and I think temperature.
Yeah, well, it's thermodynamics is things that heat going in, heat coming out through processes.
Physical science that deals with the relations between heat and other forms of energy, and by extension of the relationship between all forms of energy.
Yep,
Okay.
thermodynamics. Yeah. So martial thermodynamics is the study of how energy moves in the body.
Okay. And
And it is a very niche application because a lot of people only focus on the circulation of martial energies. This looks at the normal body's movement of energy as well as the martial. So
gotcha.
this is an advanced knowledge, but you have one check mark in it once you read this book, as well as additional check mark in physician.
Gotcha. Let's see. So martial thermodynamics.
Definitely want to read it. Just tell me how
Yep.
many days you take to get there.
Yep. Okay. So
This is a training field.
sweet.
Even your personal area is considered you are in a montage area.
Nice.
Um, you are
Um.
also always considered being taught by a teacher.
Okay. Cool. Even better.
Yep.
Um. Lore Keeper gives me +5/+50 for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the one we're going to double. And then Student of the Forbidden +3, Star Pupil +2. Where's my special reading glasses? I read good. 1. Reading glasses give me +1 progress.
The next time you do see that individual, you can ask them to help things for supplies that help you read faster or uh,
Okay,
contemplate scholarly knowledge faster.
17. +17 progress right now.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
making sure I'm not missing anything. Uh, Poison Spirit Bone is the reduction. I already have it at 850. Um, Anything else? Okay, no, I don't think so. So that's fine. Ooh, I gotta remember to use that. But that's only time that it changes is if it's on a failure. Okay. So we use just reading is straight intelligence plus 170. Okay. And then 18 to the progress. Uh, her DTA, so calculator. 850 divided by 18. 47 DTA. Divided by, and I can fit 21 in because I got the thing in now. So 2 days I can fit. Hang on a second. 18 times 21 gives me 378 times 2. And then, so I spend 2 days reading this book. And it's not quite done, but I'm very close. I have to take /R 2D9. We are at day 5, so this would be 6 and 7 to accomplish that, which puts me at Um, we're on day 5, so that's 10. That's 12, so that's 14. Okay. So 2d9 times 10 plus 12 and 14, which would be 26. Okay, so I take 136 damage trying to figure that out. That didn't do what I thought it would do. Slash R. 428. Okay. Okay. From that, that puts me to 756 progress out of 850. Yeah, there we go. Okay. 756. And almost one more day. Clear that out. Okay. So if I start reading and just going through, then let's see, 18. Sorry. 18 times 21. 378. 378 and plus and take that and subtract the 850 that I need, and I'll put that next progress into the next book. How many days do I have until they actually like show up again? Because this will be day 3.
Hmm. Day 3. You have done it in 3 days?
I read the book in 3 days
Okay.
and then
All right.
started on to book 3.
Did you want to start on the book 3? Because flow does allow you to start manipulating your own energy flow and really looking into your own internal systems.
Let's see. I was chopping it up into days because I'm just like, all right, I need chunks to get this done because like 2 days is, oh, I need at least over 2 days, and then hang on a second.
No, just keep going. This is your build your own adventure.
Okay.
This individual comes back once a week.
Okay.
So you have 4 more days until they pop back up.
Okay. And yeah, I'll just keep reading then. Hang on a second. So 1134 minus 850 puts me at 284 for the next book of third one into the third book. Where did you go thing? Okay, so there's 850. Okay. There's book 3. And that is 284 of 850 into what is book 3 called? Or the name of? Hello?
Hmm.
What the name of book 3?
Name book 3.
Yes.
The Study of Skin.
Ooh,
The whole book is about your epidermal layer.
nice.
And how it is both. It is probably the most important, also the largest organ that you possess.
Yeah,
Sure, the brain is important. You can't live without it.
Skin is pretty important, though.
Yeah, so they do mention that, as a note, technically, skin is not a organ necessary for survival. You can have no skin. Technically. As a note, you shouldn't go without skin. It's pretty great. Here's why, and that's the whole book.
Let's see. So I can add
It goes
300.
into great detail.
Can add 378 per day. This is the end of the second, or the end of that day. So this would be 5 hour 2d9. Oh, right. I had to add 2 days to this because I'm on day 7 now, and this would
Jets
become
plus 2
8.
damage per day, stacking forever until you get to the last part.
Yep, and that was 14, so this one would be 16. So times 10
Mhm.
plus 16. 106.
You can add epidemiology,
Oh, okay.
martial epidemiology, which is basically the study of skin, martial skin.
Oh, wow. Marshall. How do you spell epidemiology?
I'll get it for you.
Okay. I mean, I can Google it.
I think it's epidemiology. I might be wrong. Hold on. Hold on, I may have it wrong. Where's a tab I can just send to the Shadow Realm?
I don't think that's the one you meant.
Oh,
But
then yeah, I had a feeling. No, you're right. All right.
at the same token, I'll
Study of
take that.
Yeah. Dermatology. All right.
Okay,
Martial dermatology.
gotcha. Cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, epidemiology is going to be the next book. Sorry.
Gotcha.
The study of distribution determinants and control of diseases and other health related. Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
That'll be one of the other intermediary books.
Gotcha.
But yes, I knew I had looked that up for a reason. I just got them mixed around. Martial dermatology.
Gotcha.
This also will give you a check mark if you don't already have one in a where are you? When you go back to the player sheet, let me know.
Oh, I'm on the player sheet.
You'll get a weapon. You'll get a int. This is int. This is also int.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah. And poison application.
Once I complete the third book.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, poison application has gone up 1 extra check mark to 4.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay.
This tells you all of the different ways that the skin does all the work for you. People are
Okay.
worried about you poisoning the teacup or the teapot pot or the herbs or the water.
Oh,
Poison the handle. Poison the
gotcha.
teacup, not the drink. They don't need to be poisoned through their lips or ingest it. They just need to have skin contact.
Gotcha.
Now you do have to be careful because this doesn't work on those weirdos who wear armor, like full wuxia
hmm,
plate mail armor with full hand greaves and gauntlets. This doesn't work on those losers. But for the refined and the delicate, it definitely does.
So that was took me 3 days to get to that one. Taking me another day to get to. Taking me another 2 days to at least complete to the third book. So I have to do one more roll, and then the third book will be done.
Bum, 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 bum.
This one will be plus 18 because it's the next day, 128. That's day. Wait, no, go back. This becomes day 9. Yes, 18. Day 9. We're at 8. That was 18. Where's the other thing that I have? Day 9 of 1000. We are on page 5 of 6 or 5 of 10. And we're good there. Wait, so any physical, mental, or spiritual roll? Oh shit! Should I be making those rolls for this?
Which one?
Rolling any specifically mental because I'm reading. I haven't been saying that I've been rolling because technically I should have several hundred rolls at this point.
Yes. Now, I was under the impression you were using the tinctures and tonics in the box that were provided to help you bypass, overcome, or ignore the effects of some of your poison effects.
I will if that allows me to ignore specifically that one because fuck that.
Yes, there is one in there. Um, it lasts for about a week.
Okay. What's it called? Or that? Well, not so much what that poison. Can I recreate that poison?
It's called Panacea.
Hmm. Alrighty.
That one is not a poison. It's a cure.
Okay.
But it's a temporary one, but you have prolonged effects, so this Panacea technically it's doing its best and it's
Yeah.
preventing you from having like nasty side effects from this stuff, but it only
Gotcha.
lasts a week with your condition.
Okay.
And they'll provide you with a Panacea, but every time you use it, it's 1 day less effective.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. 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 Okay. That got me to that. And then I added a day, and then this is the second day to that, which would put me to 140 minus 850. So there we go. So that's book 3 completed. And going. I'm at 5 days here of but I will stop at that point and start actually considering, hey, I need to make sure that I'm progressing and not just what was her
Well,
words?
remember, they said steady progression. If you have to read, as long as you were actually reading those books that help you, that's fine. Basically, like taking a week off just to like watch TV is unacceptable.
Oh well, okay, yeah,
As long as you are actively bettering yourself, that's considered training, including reading books, researching, all that stuff. That's all considered progress.
gotcha. Alrighty, and puts me to that was what 190. Okay, so 190 out of 850 into the book 4. You said that I would gain. Did I gain another point? Or
Yeah,
Let's
you
see.
get another point in poison application. It's not mastery, but you've completed the 4 check marks required for the basic level of poison application.
Okay, and I gained martial dermatology for the
Yes,
skin
for the
one.
skin. Yep.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, these
did
books are kind of strange. They talk about a lot of subjects that have nothing directly to do with poison, but everything you know about poison is like, oh my god, I can do what with this?
did the dermatology book grant me a third check mark, or well, technically, what would be second check mark into this position?
No.
No. Okay, make it sure.
The second book gave you your second check mark.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, that one gave you your first check mark. Um, yeah, this one would give you
Okay.
your second check mark in physician. The the book called dermatology.
Or
Or
okay, I thought it was
skin.
the
Study
study.
skin. Yeah, study skin.
Okay.
Um, it does go into detail about specific physique because
Okay.
certain martial arts practice what's called external martial arts,
Mhm.
which is a projection of energies to their outsides, usually their skin. That's why you'll get people with like iron skin, where
Mhm.
even weapons cannot break it, or molten fire elemental skin, where they're just I'm the flame guy. I'm always on fire. So um, it does go into talk about weird physical physiques and what it does to the skin. Because the skin can't remain the same, if you have those physiques. That it has to be its own unique specimen, a mutation.
Yeah. Especially,
Because
I think
yeah,
Chunpo semi understands that being, plant
yeah,
boy.
you have a unique skin. It's closer to the cells in your skin are closer in the way bark, the cells of tree matter,
Mm.
where each of the cells are square-ish and have a hard, rigid structure with with this armor around them. Have you seen tree cells?
Yes.
Yeah, you have very durable cells and skin. It makes it so that nutrients takes a lot longer to circulate, but they're far more resilient.
Gotcha. Oh
In fact,
shit.
you're also immune to a lot of normal diseases because those cells don't spread the viral vector in the normal, manner.
Gotcha. Um. Okay, so I've got. Let's see. So 378 by the next. Uh.
Do you need something to help you speed up your progress?
uh yes. Well, depending on what it is. With the reading, it's I another multiplier wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, they'll give you 3 objects.
Mm,
One is a very comfortable seat cushion. You can have it sit on the ground. It's fine. It's meant to be sat on,
yep.
specifically in the lotus position or in it where you're sitting. This will give you plus 10 plus 10.
Plus 10 plus 1.
Nope, plus 10 plus 10. Plus
Holy
10 to
shit.
rolls, plus 10 to progress rolls.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Every day you do need to pick it up and fluff it out.
Okay.
The second item they give you is uh, basically a sitting rug. You could also sit on this rug with your seating cushion.
Alrighty.
It does the same, plus 10 plus 10.
Ooh.
And then they're going to give you an undunce cap. Instead of saying dunce, it says un-dunce cap. And
Okay.
yes, it's not fun to look at or wear, but you can convert any amount of plus 10s you would get from any source to a plus 10 progress, up to your int bonus.
Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, plus 10, plus 10.
So if you're
That one.
confident you can pass a roll with a bunch of progress, yeah. The Undone's cap does rely. You can use it for a whole day, and then you need to take it off for a whole day.
Gotcha.
Who dis? Who joined?
Me, motherfucker.
Who dis, motherfucker?
Ferric.
The only guy you
Fuck
know
Rock.
who the only guy you know who actually objectively and literally fucks mothers.
Damn.
Yes, it's me.
Damn,
That's
he's
me.
good because she's a mother. Yeah, she is
Yes,
a mother.
she is
yeah.
a mother and I fuck her. That's how it be.
Damn.
Undone's cap, you said changes.
If you have a plus 10 to a roll, you can convert that plus 10 to the roll to a plus 10 to progress. The item may look way goofier and way clownier than anything that they've given you so far, but it's the Sword Carnival. Objects that are more clownish or carnival-esque will have significantly weirder and more swingy powers.
Okay.
So the Undone's cap is probably one of their not so insignificant minor treasures.
Okay.
No.
Does it take a DTA to fluff the seat?
No.
No.
It's just it doesn't work without fluffing it.
Okay.
You just gotta you have to verbally say, "GM, I fluffed the seat."
Okay.
If you forget, you forgot.
Okay.
You also need to do the same with the rug. You need to snap it out to get the dust off of it to and then set it back down.
Gotcha.
Hey, Frog, we're doing a little thing. You can absolutely hang around. Frog is also one of the most comprehensive gamers on my roster. There is not anything I can't throw at him for him to go, now I'm going to do something about that, Chief.
And then I touch its butt.
So, for context, this player has found what is called a legacy/inheritance found in a vault. It is a poison one. It's called the Art of Poison Lust.
Ooh. Second time poison murder.
No, not quite. It Poison Lust, also known as Poison Envy.
Mm-hmm.
You are not lustful for people, but for the poisons themselves. All poisons, instead, are not poison, but cultivation material. And the more deadly the poison, the more powerful the tonic it becomes.
Interesting. Did you know the traditional method of poison cultivation was a yin-yang dual cultivation? And usually the lady didn't survive the process?
Usually. But we're past the age of Genesis, which is the progenitor age, which is the first age of this particular book.
Uh-huh.
So they have non-barbaric poison cultivation uses.
So you're in the golden age.
Yes.
Setting.
Also, he doesn't need a yin source because he has in him, from a very special moon viper that bit him, supreme yin venom running through him.
Ooh.
So he doesn't need a female cultivator to practice poison arts. He just got bit by a snake.
Was it a lady snake?
Unknown. It looked like a lightning bolt made of moonlight, and then it struck him. And it should have killed him immediately, but he has a very unique constitution that makes it so that anything in his body circulates at like as if it was sap.
Literally am tree person.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the guy with the big tree, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about you.
Yeah.
So don't fuck it up. I can't reimburse it.
I get this after, or I get the seat, rug, and undunce cap once she comes back at the end of the week.
Yep.
At that time, I have completed book 4 then. Because it took another 2 days. But also, my tincture is now ended.
The fourth book, Study of Sleep.
Nice. Okay.
He goes on to show that everyone needs sleep. Even the immortals who have practiced the art of, their art so powerfully that they don't need to sleep, they do. No matter what they tell you. Some cultivators sleep half their brain and then sleep the other half without losing much functionality. They never look like they need to rest, and their body doesn't tire like a normal person, but their mind and spirit do. And so they rest it without actually undergoing the actual act of sleeping. Some still do it. The art of sleep is that in art, because the amount of restfulness that you can acquire to better yourself can actually be manipulated. So you can build a cultivation sleeping chamber where you go to sleep and everything in there invigorates you almost in an explosive sustained level. Or you can use sleep deprivation to fuck with people. It unravels a cultivator if they're not able to sleep, especially younger ones who haven't learned the art of persistence and other arts that allow them to sleep, but without actually sleeping.
Micro naps.
There are cultivators who do micro naps. They sleep 10 minutes and they get the equivalent of maybe 10 hours of sleep.
Oh, I don't know if you've heard about this. There's apparently an advanced micro nap technique that involves sleeping 3 or 4 seconds at a time. And apparently that is what Batman does in order to not lose sleep, is he will fall asleep with his eyes open for like 10 seconds and then just be like, okay, cool. And he'll do that for like 8 to 12 hours a day, just 3 or 4 seconds at a time while he's going about his day.
No wonder he's so deranged.
Right? It's utterly insane. These are the actions of a madman.
I mean, do whatever you can to keep up with the superheroes, right?
Right?
Yeah.
My favorite, still, out of all the superhero content, Marvel or DC, or any other group, my favorite interaction and relationship is and always will be Joker and Batman.
Okay.
Mostly the not some of the newer like game stuff, but we're talking the old comics, the old animations, where even when Joker's winning, he's like, you don't understand. I can't live without him. He's the best thing that has ever happened to me. I'm gonna beat him up a little bit, and I'm gonna let it simmer and hurt that I beat him this time. But he's going to escape. I didn't put that much effort into containing him. And then he's going to kick the shit out of me, and then he's going to disappear into the dark, and the game continues. Like, one of the episodes is also one of my favorite. The Joker enlists Scarecrow to help catch Batman, and they do. And Scarecrow, after a long monologue with Joker, pulls off Batman's mask, and Joker loses it. He's like, "No! You ruined it! I did not want to know who he was. That was part of the mystery." Also,
part of the fun.
now that I know, Bruce, I have heard that you are doing electric cars, and
Where's
I
my
have
flying car, Bruce?
Where's my flying car? Yes.
I put my deposit down.
Goddamn
It's
electric car,
2024. I was promised an electric car. Wayne Tech promised one by now.
And he basically goes out of his way to make sure that he forgets that it was Bruce Wayne the whole time, because it's better this way.
It's better.
Yeah. And it's just that Love that. But sorry, back to things. Study sleep.
Yep.
Scholastic lore. I think it's not somnology, somnology. Hold on.
Somnambulism.
Study of sleep. Somnology. I did get it right.
Is this martial somnology or just somnology?
Yep, martial somnology. It also includes normal sleep, like anything that has the name in it. You learn it from normal people. This is also the advanced knowledge for the weirdos that are cultivators, because you could have a dude who's like, I don't need sleep. Yes, you do. I've never slept a day in my life. And 7 days later, he passes out and completely forgets that he slept, and he thought that he just did Mortal Kombat with the ground and lost, and he was only knocked unconscious. And being knocked unconscious isn't sleep.
Gotcha.
Yo. I mean, it's all there, clear as day. I don't know how you could confuse it.
Yeah. There's also oblivious martial users who practice the Tao of obliviousness. If you don't tell them they need to do something, and they're like, I don't need to do that, it just works. Like, I don't need to sleep more than a couple minutes a day. Yes, you do, Chief. No.
Okay. So with the lady coming back and getting the cap and explaining it, I've run out of my tincture. I go ahead and take another one. I only have
Lasts only 6 days this time, yeah.
Yes. I got my poisons, or I got my poisoning roll every day done.
Yep.
So I'm up to date on that. I'm at scroll down. Day 11. Okay, we are at 22. This will be going into 24. And now I have to redo my math because I was at plus 18, and now I have plus an additional plus 20 on that, so that would be 380 plus 38, but I'm going to use the undunce cap to make it 280 plus 48. So I will be getting 49 per roll.
That's better rolls. Yeah. The Frog, he read a book called The Art of Poison Lust, and it has basically 10 chapters in the first basically section 1.
Yep.
And each page gives him a new condition of the poison.
A new condition of the poison? Or a new
Basically, it's this poison. You've been poisoned with this supreme level poison. But the book prevents the conditions from worsening until you've read the next section.
But you have to read the next section or you will forever be getting poisoned.
Correct. Like, these cannot be removed by any means until you finish the first chapter. The first part of the book, the 10 sections. We keep getting them in reverse, but the 10 portions. So they never go away, but they never get worse. But each of them do get worse per day, but only that particular symptom. So he's got to read all the 10 parts and then do the last little test at the end, and then he has absorbed level 1, Art of Poison Lust. Which
I also have 100,000 HP, which is arguably the only reason I'm still alive.
Yep. Because he takes poison damage every day. And with this particular book, it makes it stacking every day.
I have 1,000 days to get this taken care of.
Or you die horribly via poison?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good to go. All right. You've got a goal. You've got a means to reach it. All you need now is some downtimes.
Yeah. So I'm getting plus 49 progress per DTA at this point. I get 21 per day because of montage. And I doubled lore keepers plus 5. That's where, so I got 48. Okay. Anyways, we'll put that back to, and I'm ignoring. I have the tincture for 6 more days, so I'm ignoring everything else, and I'm reading. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and do 1 real quick. 1 plus 28 or 280. Okay. Do you want me to be making these rolls?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You can
Want me to
pass them.
make-
Just make sure that you don't exceed the 6th day, because that panacea is
Yes.
the only thing preventing you from just
Exploding.
losing an incredible amount of time.
Yes. Plus 49 to what I currently
The
book.
current symptom he's got for is if he rolls an 81 or higher for any reason, he fails the roll and is knocked basically unconscious for 1 DTA immediately due to racking pain, migraines, and nausea and vertigo.
Spicy.
Okay, and then for BTS, it would be 6 more rolls at 49. So 6 times 49, 294. Okay, so per DTS, and then that times 3 for a day. Okay, yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Okay, yeah. I sit down and let's see, this would be book 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 more days. And I get overflow, so I'll be able to do it in 3. Okay, so that was 1 there. Clear that. 145 plus 49. Okay, so get rid of that. 1 more DTS. Or no, 1 more DTA. And 6. After 15 DTA, I complete that book. 30 left over. And then on to book 6.
And then back to the future.
Wow.
There you go. Shit. Okay.
And this is book 5.
Yes, this that one that I just completed was book 5.
Mhm.
And that was in 15 DTA, which
The
still have 6 left over to finish the day out.
This book is called Important Meat Parts.
Ooh.
This talks about all of the parts in your body, starting with the normal physique, that are important for you to keep living, and how they interact with each other, and what happens when one stops working.
Heart, liver,
Or more.
lungs, brain. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It goes also into a list of which ones still are required to live. You just die slower.
Okay.
It also talks about the other organs that you do need. They're essential, like the intestines, pretty important. They don't kill you immediately, but you do need them to continue to absorb mass, and until you have literally ascended to the point where you just dine upon the energies of the universe, they are essential.
Cap. That's cap. You don't need those.
Yeah.
I literally had all of those removed Sunday. You don't need them.
You're in the weird game. Anything goes in the weird game, man.
Yep.
Including me reaching out and going, "Ha ha, got you now," and you're like, "Not the testicular torsion, no."
I don't even have testiculars on that character.
Well, I'm gonna
Phantom
hit you with the
testicular.
wombo combo: endometriosis and testicular torsion.
Oh no.
Ultra
Alright.
damage,
Another
along
thing
with
to
2
do.
kidney stones.
2 kidney stones. That is so excessive.
Anyways, it does talk about a couple of very gruesome ways for cultivators to die. One of which is a horrific gut shot. Turns out there's a lot of parts in the guts, a lot of really compacted stuff in that space. A lot of cultivators have found a way. So if you're cut or stabbed, that's fine. You can repair that. You can recover from that. The internal mechanisms of a cultivator are sophisticated enough and robust enough that they can fight off a gut shot. So they've rebranded the name gut shot. It's when you lose not just the abdominal muscles of your stomach, but there's a big gaping, just gory wound. Basically, as if you ate an explosive and it went off in your stomach. That's a proper gut shot, and it kills just about any cultivator except for the ones who don't need those particular those organs.
You don't need those.
Yeah.
They're not
And if it's good enough, you also hit the diaphragm, and that's kind of the region of where you need to breathe and where your dantian is located.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So headshots are nice and all. If you want to break somebody, gut shots are where it's at.
Yeah. What was it? I know a kind of base concept of a dantian. What was it in a book that I read of a cultivation thing?
Mhm.
That was actually a physical object that you could shatter if,
Yeah.
and you could
Where
harvest.
golden core comes in. It literally
Yeah.
becomes a physical object.
And as a physical object, it has much greater influence.
Yes.
Uh,
And that's why it's
Well,
so hard to build. And if you mess up, you explode because it's too much energy.
but that's why
there's
it's eminently possible to fuck it up. Because once you reach the golden core stage, you're at a point where that shit's physical now, and people can punch it. But it's also probably the strongest point in your body because you've refined the area and purified it so many times that concepts of weakness aren't really in it. So it's a lot more likely that someone's going to rip it out and eat it rather than just break it.
what was it? In the book that I read, the guy was it's called Path of the Berserker. Good book, or good series. He learns qigong, and not ki.
Uh-huh.
And this one, the Path of the Berserker is like outlawed because it's a qigong and not a ki. Because every other cultivator uses ki, and it's not unheard of, but just like almost blasphemy to learn qigong in this. He found a lightning cultivator that had their dantian cut out of them, and was going to be sold, but he got a hold of it, and then he like cut a sliver out of it and shoved it into his own stomach, and then eventually shoved the rest of it into his stomach to pretend to have lightning power or lightning key, eventually adopting it and like absorbing the lightning aspects to become a lightning berserker and fire and blah 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 blah.
That sounds
Anywho,
hot. Do you have a link?
All eminently doable in this game.
yeah. It's inaudible. It's just called Path of the Berserker. There's
I've
3
been
books
to
so
the
far.
audiobooks.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of fucking books.
Dude, that's the way to go.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Especially if
not.
you drive a lot.
Oh hell yeah,
Read
I
the
drive.
shit.
Listen, I drive for my job almost like most of the day. Anyway,
That's
highly recommend it. It's on book 3. There's definitely going to be a book 4. And he fights demons a lot.
Dude, you also want to know what's coming out this year that I've waited for a long time?
What you got?
Chronicles of Riddick, Book 5.
Oh, so like another movie, or is
Yeah.
there? Okay,
The
good.
Chronicle of Riddick, the one where he goes back to Furia.
Oh, dope. Wait.
All right.
Oh,
Dope.
right. Because it wasn't actually Furia.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so
when I was
that
driving for
was.
my job, I didn't actually read.
Oh,
I didn't
and
actually
John
read
Wick
those
5.
God
Yeah, I
damn
heard
it.
about that one. I'm just sitting here like, what the
Keanu,
fuck?
calm down.
Dude, they held off because after like 4, Keanu Reeves was like, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Like honestly hurt. I need time to recover. I can't do this for at least a year, probably 2.
He does.
And
Yeah.
they're
some
like,
stunts,
that's good.
but-
That means we can work on the story. We need you, Keanu. We need you. We
Frankly,
need
I'm just
you
sitting here.
to get vengeance for your dog, okay?
We need you to re-vengeance.
I'm just sitting here like I realize it would be not probable, but I'm just like, can John Wick just assassinate a president? Just show us how
Yes.
hard that would be.
Yes, he can. But that's the thing. He's
It's not hard.
there.
That's the trick.
That'd be funny. It's just part of book 5. It's like, look, if you want to get to the next part of the clue and get a favor from this one guy, you need to kill the president. Which one? The red, the one
You
in
have
red,
to
white, and
kill
blue.
President McCheeto.
I have to kill the orange man.
Fine.
Keanu tries to subcontract. It was that one kid. This is why we always do it ourselves.
What was it? Yeah. Which president? The red, white, and blue. Is that Russian or the? Fuck it. I'll take both of them.
You know what? 2 for 1 special.
Yeah. We meant the French. Oh well, whatever.
Damn it.
Anyway.
No, you didn't. You did not mean the French. You're like,
Yeah.
we were just fucking with you.
Um.
Oh no, he shot a French guy last time.
Yeah.
Real
Oh, the Marquis,
enough.
that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that fight.
Consequences.
Yeah, we're gonna use 50 caliber modern flintlocks. Yes, they do have rifling.
All right. All I'm saying, Doug, all flintlock pistols are 50 caliber.
Yeah, I know.
They used 1/2-inch balls the whole time. Bullets actually got smaller as technology advanced.
Yeah, but
And then we went back.
the ones they used actually
Mhm.
used actual cartridges that they
Yep.
reloaded.
Breach bore ones, and it was so fucking wild. I was like, I want some of those, but I want like 400 of those so I can fire one and throw it over my shoulder and then pull another one.
Dude, we built a thing in a game where it was you had a gun. You basically designated a gun that you had to have 2 of, so you had to akimbo them, and you could not reload them ever. And when you were done, you had to make a ballistic skill test to throw them, and then they had an effect if you hit somebody. The first effect is that guy might get stunned. It has stagger 1 on it. Later, it's basically a Borderlands gun where it explodes. And then you pull from the holster, usually from the back holster, so you're not looking at it, because if you look at it, then the magic stops working.
Mm-hmm.
But you just pull out 2 new guns, fully loaded, ready to go.
Yep.
Like, I have this built, homie, because somebody wanted to do Reaper from Overwatch, and I was like, homie, I got you.
Now I want to do a little bit of Reaper, but I also want to do some stupid shit with the guns. Like I want to be able to spike it on the ground and smack somebody in the chin with it as it ricochets. Catch it again. It automatically reloads because I grabbed it again. Shoot the guy behind me. Like, you got to check out Dead Fantasy.
None of your characters do this.
None of my characters do this.
Yet.
It would have to be a different character. But
if you went up the Tower of Forfeit with Elsie and you got through the 2nd floor, you can do this.
do I have time? Jesus.
Sorry. Another day of rolls, and that's another book done.
Are we on book 6?
That would be another day of rolls. I completed book 6, and I'm over halfway through book 7.
Okay, book 6. Like I promised earlier, You have gained the study of epidemiology,
Gotcha. The
martial
title?
epidemiology, because
Hmm.
disease,
Just disease.
just disease.
Nice.
It doesn't teach you how to go about it. It teaches you all the ways that people have gone about it, and what it looks like, and how to notice symptoms, and how to get in front of it, because that's the only way you beat these things.
Mm.
If you don't get in front of it, even poison users are susceptible to diseases because it attacks you differently. Sometimes the poisons in your veins and in your body are so angry and spicy, the disease is destroyed on contact. But a lot of the diseases in the martial realm, if they affect martial artists, they infect you by grafting to your spirit first. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean it affects your spirit. That is its anchor point, and
he
then
becomes the infection vector.
yeah. Those are the ones that spread. Now the ones that are more localized, that a lot of like their half-life is like 20 seconds. Those ones are more like acid, really, and they just melt you. Diseases are either they're basically acid, or they're a real problem and they actually spread like an infection vector. There's not really much in between, because
Yeah.
the immune systems in the cultivator body are so honed. Even like a sword cultivator could be like, I seem to have been infected by a disease. I'm going to sit down and cultivate and run my sword energy through my body and fight the disease with swordsmanship. And it can work that way, yes.
You see the inside of his body. There's just like little like wobbles where it's just like little pokes inside his under his skin. As a cell weaponizes another cell to slap a fucking disease.
Yep. He can have his white blood cells wield swords
Jesus Christ. Okay,
and use sword down and sword energy and aura of sharpness and fuck those diseases up. That's why it's either one or the other. There's not much in the way. Mortals, on the other hand, are so screwed. They are necessary, though. This book does have a little bit of a morality, ethics type of thing going in, which is rare for a poisoner novel or piece of book. But mortals are an excellent vector for spreading proper disease. They don't really have much spirit or soul for a proper disease to graph onto, but it doesn't need it. And mortals do every job cultivators don't, which means they're everywhere, touching everything.
Gotcha.
So you either live without mortals and do all the work yourself, or you need to protect them, and here's how.
Gotcha. That was martial.
Martial diseases.
No. The one before that.
Epidemiology. Yeah, martial epidemiology. You also gain scholastic lore, CDC protocols. Or not
wow.
CDC, CCC. Does it contain?
NBC.
ABC.
NBC?
NBC is a nuclear biological chemical. It's the shorthand code for things designed to protect.
No, it's the CDC, Center for Disease Control.
Mm-hmm.
Their protocols. It's not nuclear, chemical, biological yet. He hasn't gotten the other two. It's just disease.
Okay, so I got CDC, but what was the other one? The words in front of the CDC part.
CDC protocols.
Okay.
What to do when there is an outbreak or about to be an outbreak.
CDC protocols. That's also scholastic?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I
You're
get
going to
that?
have a boatload of skills.
Gotcha. Do I get that after I complete diseases? Because I technically just... Okay, so that's
6.
the next one. Alrighty.
7 is what you're working on now, and you haven't done that one yet.
Yes. Sorry, keeping track.
No, it's good. Definitely do keep track. It's very important.
I forgot this, but I hit the or I fluffed the seat and hit the rug.
Mm-hmm. No, you do.
Yeah.
And remember, each day you have to take off the Undone's cap.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have one day on, one day off.
Oh, shit.
You just do multiple days without it.
Okay. So that would be.
So for every day you've had it on that you shouldn't have, just a day you don't get it.
That would put it back to because 390 and 39. So we'll do 2 days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So plus 39 for these days. So I have to do some different math. Then. So I'm at 503. 21 times 39. 819 plus 503, which is just
Per person.
Okay.
Did you get a chance, Fruck? Did you get a chance to read the ability sets that I've given everybody?
They're pretty
In
wacky.
Yep.
Yeah, I eyeballed a couple of them.
Do you know why the trouble children are the trouble children?
I mean, yes, pretty objectively, because they're bad.
Really good, but I can do some really goofy stuff like kill an ally to save 2 others.
Yup. Better bring some expendables. Holy fuck.
That puts me.
One has kill an ally, kill any voidling. That is not an avatar grader.
This puts with that poison. That's another day. That puts me to completing book 7 and all basically halfway through book 9 or book 8. 2 50. That's day 3 of the tincture. Of 6. What was book 7?
You haven't read it yet.
No, I just finished it.
Oh, you just finished it?
That the 128 there is another day of poison.
Sure is, man. You keeping track of how many days the panacea lasts?
Yep, I'm on day. That was completing day 3. I have 4, 5, and 6.
Ooh, you might be able to complete the set then.
I should, and I should have a few days or like a day or some odd. I'm keeping track of it, and I'm just like, once it gets to I complete it, that I'm just like, all right, now I need to really know the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then I got CDC there. So yeah. All right, 128.
This one talks about, or this one's called Beasts. You are not the only thing out there that has a physical body, that has meaty parts, that breathes and circulates energy, and has important meat parts. Talks about the different types of beasts. So you can add spirit beast, basically scholastic lore, first check mark, spirit beasts, demon beasts, mythic beasts, and mystical beasts. So 4 different skills with 1 check mark, all scholastic.
Okay. So
Yep.
we got, you said spirit beast. Well,
Mythical.
What was mythical beast?
Mythical. Yep. Mystical.
Okay.
Remember, you guys ran into a mythical creature, the little fright child, the little one that pulled you guys into a fear realm.
Yep.
That's a mythical creature. They require an advancement to their story to cultivate. So they're mythos. Without it, they can't cultivate. But they're also wildly more powerful than any other type, because they're mythical beasts. Mystical is more of a kind of, you're not sure what they do. They're weird. They fit into like no other category, so they have their own special snowflake category. You have demon beasts and spirit beasts.
Okay.
And then there's the first mention of a 5th type.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. These are artifice beasts.
But I
either
don't
known
get
as either as simulacrums or some sort of construct or machine because a lot of people categorize any construct-based entity, even like golems, as either an artifice or a spiritual or a mystical creature. There's a fifth category. They're artificial entities. They still have a core, but their physical bodies are made of inanimate material.
Okay.
So that's the fifth category. You can add that too.
Okay, and that was which beasts?
Artifice beasts.
Artifice. Okay.
They're made out of inanimate objects. Even their core is mostly inanimate material.
Gotcha. Do I have a check mark in Artifice Beast? You said it was only
all 5 of them.
Okay.
You have 1 check mark.
Sounds good.
It also goes into explain the practice and art of absorbing one of the cores.
Ooh.
It is both an incredible advancement to self and also your doom. You put the wrong one in, it's part of you now. It doesn't come out, not cleanly, and it absolutely can kill you or poison you or corrode you from the inside out if the thing you absorb is in conflict with anything that you are practicing or will practice. In fact, something that was perfect to absorb early could be what's killing you later on when you decided to change practices. You were a spear user and you fought this weird creature that threw these lightning javelins and used lightning spear techniques. And you're like, oh man, I practiced both of those. But you're like, nah, spears are lame. Now I want to wield a sword. That thing practices spear Dao. You haven't advanced to the point where you can take on 2 different energies of weapons yet. And because you can't have both conflicting weapon energies in your body. So the sword energy conflicts with the spear energy, and then you start to die. So these energies are also toxins and basically poisons to self if you are not careful. It also explains how to poison each of these things using the previous knowledges. So beasts complete.
Gotcha.
So be very careful what you put in your body.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Another day, and this one, make sure I got that math right. 39 times 21 plus 2 yields. Minus 50 yields. Okay, yep. Another day. Yike. Ow. Big number. Book 8 completed, and I have 2 days left of the tincture. And by the next half day, I will have book 9 completed.
Spiritualization is the name of this book.
Gotcha.
Talks about and teaches you the structure of the martial spirit and the process and practice of spiritualization, which is a tangential process to cultivating the soul, as spiritualization is part of it. But spiritualization takes it one step further. It also falls into the practice of beliefism, intent, will, desire. So if you don't have these things, your spirit won't grow. If you can't rein in a powerful spirit that you possess, not the soul, the spirit, which is basically the mind and the soul coming together, it forms spirit. This can be poisoned. In fact, people self-poison all the time. It's called depression. Or the spicy sads. And for cultivators, when they get sad, they get super sad. especially if they have no practice in which they have put together to help them cope. Because cultivators are cultivators of extremism. They build power. They become more. And because they are more, they feel more. They're capable of more. It also explains, as an out-of-character kind of representation, if your fellowship gets way out of control in comparison to your intelligence and your willpower, it's really hard to overcome things like melancholy or being overly excited or controlling just basic emotions because you're just so much of it. You're able to, on a scale of like -10 to +10 that normal humans feel, cultivators feel on extremes of -50, +50, like almost 5 times as much. But they also need 5 times as much control to make up for it. So you don't have to kill someone directly. You just have to expose them to a crushing defeat. And that's why a lot of people spiral into despair and they can't get out of it. It's a different type of poison.
Understood.
So the soul and the mind are individually poisonable, but together they are particularly vulnerable, especially to an undisciplined mind. And being disciplined is hard in this particular era of cultivation. A lot of people have migrated away from being a truly disciplined practitioner. In fact, discipline is the practice, almost in sole ownership, of the poor. People who have nothing. So when they're given any opportunity, they pursue it doggedly like no one else can, because this could be my only shot. And they become extremely disciplined, and they're very rugged. They may not be as powerful because of the lack of resources, or maybe lack of powerful arts, because people in power don't want to have just everyone be a powerful cultivator. But discipline can help you overcome the poisoning of spiritualization. You can also poison someone with words. Talk
Poison
mad shade
your
or say
mind.
the right thing to harm them. You can also poison their Tao by going, you think you're a swordsman? I'm from the Sword Carnival. Nothing you do will ever matter, and everything you have done is fucking worthless because you have been taught worthless things, and your whole life has been a waste of time. And that whole guy goes, ah, shit, and his Tao shatters.
How interesting. You call yourself a swordsman, yet all I see is the same old trash, swinging a stick around in the exact same way everyone else has for 10,000 years.
What was it?
Let me know when you come up with something that's actually interesting to watch.
Yeah, like you can break people's Tao by just talking shit to them. You still have to you put up or shut up, but when you put up, people just unravel. Because a lot of people have spent their entire life pushing this Tao, pushing this idea, pushing everything they have, and they're like, dude, this is the best I will ever get. I can't believe I got those opportunities. And you roll up like, fucking loser. You haven't even begun preparing for your golden core. Look what a real golden core looks like. And that guy's like, has my whole life been for nothing? Yes. You are meant to be a stepping stone for someone else. And that'll break people.
I still like the what was it? Pulls out pocket knife. The hell is that for? I don't hunt rabbits with a cannon. What was it? That was the live action of One Piece. Mihawk, when he fights Zoro for the first time, says it in
Pulls
that.
out the little knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that should also be qualified as a Dow attack. It's just like, nah, you ain't shit.
He fully made Zoro stop, reflect, and go, "What the fuck have I been doing wrong? I'm clearly wrong here."
But
Oh.
it teaches you that, the mind is a vulnerable thing, and the spirit is connected to the subconscious and the conscious mind in a very potent way. And there are a lot of ways to attack both.
Gotcha.
So you will get the art of shit talking, first check mark, because there's
Gotcha.
nothing like shit talking to get yourself in and out of trouble.
Is that a scholastic or?
Nope, that is a trade. That's just
It's a
actually no,
trade.
that's a linguistics. That's a linguistics. Shit
Okay.
talking. You will also get intimidate and scrutinize if you don't already have one. And if you do, gain one more, up to 4 check marks max. It's because you need to be able to scrutinize somebody, and you need to be able to intimidate.
Gotcha.
It also will give you Scholastic Lore Therapist at first check mark.
Okay. You said therapist or therapy?
Yep. Therapist.
Okay.
You also get 1 check mark in psychiatrics.
Ooh. Sorry, trying to remember how
Is
to
it
spell that.
psychiatry or psychology?
Psychology would be better. Yeah, psychology.
Okay.
Yeah, and then 1 check mark in shamanism for
Gotcha.
the spiritualism, because that's the version they use in this particular book. There's other versions of spiritualistic practice, but for the poison arts, shamanism.
What characteristic would you want shamanism as a skill to be
It's
associated
all
with?
int. Everything you've
All
learned before is int.
Understood.
Intelligence.
Nice. Art of shit talking. Alright, that is day.
It is specifically meant to provoke at all times. If words come out of your mouth and you're using this linguistics, you are 100% picking a fight.
Understood.
There's just, if you say I'm using the art of shit talking, I will immediately go, okay, everything you say, even if you mean it in jest, is I want to fight you. I'm being sarcastic. Yes, there you go. So don't mistake it.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. All right.
So,
9.
Yep. We are on to book 9. We're basically halfway through it, and then I spend 9 DTA finishing it into the next day. And I get I floof the chair, I bat the rug, and I get to put on the dunce cap because that is when I
Undunce. You're not a dunce. This is the undunce you.
Yes.
Okay. Book 9. Confirmed complete?
Yes. I get to 883 out of 850.
That's pretty good, my friend.
Yeah.
The last one is connectivity.
Connectivity, okay.
It talks about how everything's connected in some sort of way, of which the most common one is air. Everyone's connected by air. But also, everything you've learned is also connected with itself. How do you use it? How do you connect the dots, form the lines, spin yourself a web, or build something out of what you've learned? Because everything in the books that you've read before this one is a dot. This book will attempt to try and have you connect the dots. You will need this.
Alrighty.
All right. This book will give you a talent.
Oh, a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything related to poison, for each check mark, including the first one, gives you plus 10 to any poison roll.
All right, I got a dip. Smoke bomb. Kaboof.
Anything related to poison.
Yeah, instead
first
of
check
the
mark.
second check mark being a plus 10, every check mark is a stacking plus 10. So your basic poison knowledge, when you roll intermediary, the basic poison knowledge, instead of giving you 30, gives you 40. And every single check mark now gives you plus 10. If you think it can be applied to a poison roll, it does. So instead of it saying having it be poison, you can have it just say, I am applying a poison in such a way that I require to lean on my physician's knowledge, which then I connect it to a different thing, and then a different thing, and eventually anything that you can possibly think of that could help you in this roll gives a plus 10 for every check mark. It is what is called a omni-sequential skill.
Gotcha. Omni-sequential poison.
Yep. So, and under this is anything that applies a plus 10 or that the character believes should apply as a knowledge, you can.
Okay, so anything. Wait a second. I have anything related to poison. Anything
your character thinks should be related to poison, or learned from poison books, or in a situation goes, I think I'm going to apply my swordsmanship knowledge to this poison roll. If it could be applied and is applicable, you may apply it.
Okay.
That includes other sequential skills. So if you learned 3 levels, basically 12 check marks total of being a physician. Well, this particular talent would then snatch all of those check marks as plus 10s.
Just got to convince the DM.
Yep. And normally I'll go, absolutely.
Yeah, Casey, I just gained, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different check marks and different skills that are all scholastic that 4 of them are, or no, 5 of them are to individual beasts, but most of this could be applied to poison.
But the question is,
Sick.
how do you get this to help you? That's the real question.
Yes. I also learned the art of shit talking.
Oh
It's
man,
essential.
we could have a rap battle.
Absolutely. Okay, that puts me at 90 TA out of 21. That allows me then and I'm on day 5 of 6 for the tincture. I can't not suffer the poisons. Well, okay. Okay. Connecting all the dots.
Bogan.
Yes.
Pop, lock, and drop it. All right. What else you got?
Well, let's see if I can apply certain things in between. Okay, I think I have to. I think the next to avoid the pain one and failing a DTA. I only got 2 days left. I have the rest of this day and tomorrow, and I could take another one, and then it would be 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then I'm screwed. But I have things for skin, moving of energies, sleep, diseases, BDC protocols. Right. And then we get into therapy and dealing with thoughts, shamanism, and then connecting it all together. Okay. I think I'm ready for the next page.
Any
Okay, nope. Any-
any thing you want to do with the knowledge you have. The knowledge does fuck all if you don't do anything with it. Do you want to do anything with the knowledge you have? And yes, you have gained enough knowledge and skill that you can kind of design a methodology to feasibly do weird things with your body. So what do you want to
Okay.
do?
I want to feasibly learn how to maneuver. I want to figure out what it means for poisons to go through the different channels through my body, and which ones are just like, nope, don't do that, and which ones are, this is safe.
You already know that knowledge.
Oh, okay, well then, fuck. Alrighty, then have I implemented it yet? Because I don't
No,
think I have.
because
Yeah.
you were searching for knowledge on how to go about it. You needed to understand flow first.
Okay. Well then, now let's start doing shit with it. I want to try and flow these poisons through my body now, and to feel as well as to understand and to harness. And I don't know what kind of role you would want out of that, but
Roll me a physician's roll.
you got it.
Also, max out your intermediary poison knowledge.
You got it.
You read all 9 books?
Hell yes. Okay. Physician. Oh, out of those other, like, all the things that I got, I'm at physician checkpoint 2. Was there anything else from those 9 books, or just physician checkpoint 2?
Just two.
Cool.
Two.
Making sure. Alrighty. Do you want me to apply with this, or the different poisons in the Omni sequence poison?
Nope,
Because I'm
it's not a poison roll. It's just a physician's roll.
understood.
Okay. You can control. Well, what? Yeah, you can control the flow of things. Where do you want to mitigate and unmitigate flow? What do you want to do?
That's I want to understand where each piece shouldn't and should go in the flow. So, like, whatever I have in me, technically, I have over 1,000 poisons in me. I want to start understanding how to separate all those poisons and making it to where these poisons are fine together and these poisons shouldn't go together.
All the poisons and venoms in your body are only performing at a pittance of their normal lethality due to everything being mixed.
Hmm.
So your original poison that you got through the heart, that is
Yes.
mixing very poorly with your yin venom. And then that is also both of those mixing very poorly with your 9 delusions poison. So everything's fighting itself, which is preventing significant accelerated symptoms and death because they're fighting each other.
So if I actually separated them, they'd do more.
Yeah, and they'd start breaking down. And only the most powerful one will remain, and then that one will run unabated through your body. Fighting poison with poison, literally.
Okay. So the only reason I'm alive is because I actually don't have flow.
No, it's because you haven't separated them.
But once I do, it'll kill me.
It'll speed up how fast it kills you. It may not be immediate, but it'll be much faster.
Okay.
But we're here to talk about where you want to control flow of energy.
Hmm.
Where do you want to What are you gonna do?
Okay, so flow of energy should allow me to attempt to deal with the poison that is the. Well, no, hold on. Thinking of it wrong there. Flow isn't about separation, it's just about flow. Um, my poison heart while beating, and more while beating in a weird way because of the fact that it's in all wood and it's pumping sap poison. Um, a part of me wants to say my heart because that's arguably the not poison gland that I have, but I think that's the inner. I'm uncertain how
We
the
talked about what you need to do a couple sessions ago.
the that's where I thought the separation and was going to help with the flow, but that
Not the separation of the poisons. It's controlling where the poison is allowed to flow.
yeah.
That's that is what we talked about. And if you don't do that, you're probably not going to live.
Yes. I was thinking of making a poison gland. Is it that time, or do I not have that time? Because that was going to be an accelerated poison gland that would eventually kill me anyway because it wasn't ready. Or it was going. I would have to build
We
it
were
from the
talking
ground up.
all sorts of different methodologies. Like we talked about evolution, we talked about extreme measures. Don't confuse the theory craft with what you actually need to do.
Okay. That. Taking the different tinctures as the symptoms come.
Say that again.
So, like, I'm taking the one tincture to deal with the most recent one that I got, um,
Mm-hmm.
fighting the poisons with the poison, or fighting a poison with a different
Yes,
poison.
but there is fighting poison with poison will help, but you need to control where the poison can flow, even the stuff you use to fight other poisons with.
Right. I'm uncertain of like what the destination or like whatever I say of okay, well, where do you want it to flow? Like a body part, meridians.
There was one thing we talked about multiple times. Do you remember?
I don't think so. No,
Okay. There's a
maybe
main
I just need
energy
brain.
channel that runs through the body. It goes from the crown of the head to your groin. It's the major
Oh,
energy highway.
like the
If
key channels.
yeah, your meridians. There's a meridian point for every. There's like 7 of them
Hmm.
that go from the crown to the groin. It's basically your energy highway. If this gets damaged or infected by poison, you are screwed because now it can go
Okay,
anywhere. You can no
gotcha.
longer contain it.
So flow is then using flow to keep poison away from my meridians.
Yes, by specifically having certain energies flow in certain directions or using other energies to counteract the spread of certain things. You built up a complicated set of buffers, levies, and specific circulations to make sure it doesn't do that. Even if you have to spend your key pool constantly, To do so, you definitely want to keep it out of there.
Gotcha. Okay, with that physician roll, then let's go ahead and to make sure that poison doesn't get into my meridians, and create a flow state, and or create a something to where I can spend points to keep that active.
Yep.
I believe that's what you're wanting me
Yeah.
to do.
So basically, spend energy just to keep the bad stuff out and the good stuff in.
Do you want me to write up what that actually is, or like, do you want me to create a ability flow, or not pure meridians, but or anti-poisoned meridian, or keeping poison away from meridian?
Okay.
Did you want me to write that as like a power or ability?
No, that's just something you know.
Okay.
Not a power and ability. It's just you are doing this to yourself. It's a condition, a self-applied condition.
Okay. How the here's a question. Did you want poison chi or poison key to be used to power that? Or would poison key not be what I should be using there?
You don't want to use poison key to do this. You want to use your normal key.
Okay.
But you want to use your poison key in other parts of it. So you'll use a little bit of both. The unpoisoned key for the protections to the main channel, and poison key in circulation zones that you want poison to gravitate towards, so it doesn't go where you don't want it to go.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Do you want me to just word that as like a permanent -1 to max and say that it's like both pools have dedicated that to keeping that running?
Basically, consider your points constantly spent.
Okay.
While you run this condition.
Okay. How does applying this condition change my current condition?
You haven't progressed in the book far enough for this to apply.
Okay. So, alrighty. That's step one, or at least a step. Still suffering.
All right, you reading the next part of the book?
Yep.
All right.
That's a DTS of 7. I'm at 9, so that'd be 16. I have 5 DTA left over for the day. It took me about a DTS a page whenever I was outside of here doing it, so kind of where I'm basing that off of.
All right. All right. So you read the next page. Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, so everything that could apply. So we were at, this would be -50, but because of all the bonuses, let's see. So this is intermediary poison, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
You get all those sweet, sweet bonuses.
Yeah, 1, 2, just plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for poison application, 12 for coding. Just the learned check marks, do those apply? Because, like, what was it? The versus, like, learned versus 10, 20, and 30 check marks? Or is it just all check marks because of Omni sequential poison?
You get all of them because you're using a poison skill, so Omni sequential poison.
Okay. Mega sure. So 13, and then 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, those ones are already there. 19, 20, 21. 22, 23 for physician. Okay, 23 minus 50, so plus 180. Not not an 81 or above. Oh. I'm glad that. Okay, hold on. Is this I just protected my channels of flow, right?
You did? Yeah.
Sweet. That's where it was gonna kill me. Appreciate you making sure that I didn't just bash my head into it like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's page 5. Page 6.
You going right into the next page?
Well, no, that was page. That's what I have for page 6 is lethal spread.
Yeah. Are you going to this next page?
Let me fully read this. Paste. Isolator reinforce. You take 1 health each day. Okay. Have it. Okay. Complete all resource pools that are not protected, isolated, or reinforced. Pools drained this way do not replenish until this condition is removed. Okay, I would have need to have drinking that poison of power overflowing otherwise. So because I have it
Yeah.
protected, I don't have to truly worry about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Downside is narrative points, fate points, and because you have not protected them. They're very difficult to protect with flow because they're kind of an esoteric
Okay.
fate bound.
So you said fate points and which points? Those are now depleted?
Not your body.
Not replenished until this condition is removed. Okay, but I have 0 fate points now?
Yep.
Okay, which other ones?
Protect until this condition. You don't lose the threshold. You just lose the current, and they stay at 0. So there's threshold and current. You don't subtract the current. Keep your current if you have any. I think you don't because you were a Iron Man practitioner.
No, I am not Iron Man.
Okay, so you have 3 in your fate threshold. It's now 0.
Okay.
In your current 0 in your current. Keep your 3 in the threshold one.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
then I had 1 poison key, or 1 poison fate point, which goes to 0 now.
Is that an outside resource?
No, that was a fate point that I got poisoned whenever I actually started taking on the poisoned.
Yeah, you still get that back if this is removed. It's just
Okay.
that resource pool is 0, narrative points are 0, and your protagonist point is 0.
And okay, protagonist points. I only have 1 every day, so
Yep.
yeah. Cool. Alrighty.
All right. Next page.
I mean, yeah.
Make a roll.
Alrighty. Same thing, but minus. We were at 180, so plus 180. This would be plus 170. This puts me. Were you still sticking with a DTS per page?
Yeah.
Okay,
I had to think on that for a moment.
gotcha. That puts me to another day 32. I did do 30, right? Yeah, okay. That's actually a pretty minor one in comparison. Sorry.
Yep.
Another day has passed. I have one more day of the tincture before it is
Panacea,
gone. Yeah.
All right. Page 7. Yes.
I didn't say anything. I was waiting for page 7.
Oh, did you make your roll for page 7? You usually
Yeah,
did,
that,
intermediary.
yes. Intensifying symptoms, worsening condition, increase range of all penalties by 10, i.e. penalties to rolls, penalties to progress, damage taken, trigger range of negative effects. Okay.
So instead of taking +2 stacking, you take +12 stacking of damage per day. Trigger range for the losing the DTA per roll is now 71 or higher. The health state damage that you would have taken each day would have been 11 health states of damage per day. Everything is increased by 10.
Okay.
Good thing you reinforced it.
Yeah. Okay. Copy. Paste. So, and example. $2d9 times 10 plus 12 per day now. Does that, because I'm at 32 because of the day, but now it's plus 12 per day. Let's see, I'm at, with it being 32, that's 16. I'm on day 16 of that. That's 32. Which means that day 17 would have been 34, but instead of 2, it's 12. So 17 times 12. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that really hurts now. So, let's see, I was at 170. So the next roll for this, instead of it being another minus 10, it'll be minus 20.
Yeah. Now it's stacking minus 20s.
Okay.
Which means this particular roll, you've done 6 other pages. It's now minus 120 instead of just the 60. Oh, no.
Oh, okay, that stacks
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay. I'm thinking that I want to find a poison that can poison this poison, specifically the intensifying aspect, if there is one. Or
There's an effect. There's one that can get rid of it for 3 days, but there's only one of them.
Like one in existence?
One in the box.
Okay.
It probably won't work twice.
Yeah.
Just like that other cure-all.
Gotcha. Yeah. And the cure-all only lasts for what, an hour?
Basically one roll, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, we're on page 7. 8, 9, 10.
Do you want to
Page.
take that tincture to get rid of the intensifying effect for 3 days?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
a good idea. What do y'all can you say it with some confidence like I'm doing it right?
Nope. This is one of the really hard ones. If you complete this, you are a Giga Chad. Like this is a really hard thing
You've got this, fam.
to fight. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 3 days. I have 1 day less of the. Can I stack the tincture to get the next 5 days to be safe, or would that work, or do I need to
What
wait
tincture?
until the one that I
Panacea?
have? What?
The panacea or the?
Yes, the Panacea one, the one that I have been taking so far.
If you take them both, the panacea will last for 2 days, and the other thing will last for 2 days.
Shit.
If you stack them at the same time.
Fuck. Okay, only one at a time, but that one's definitely the worst
Well,
one.
technically, you can take a whole bunch at the same time. You'll just get very, very limited time frame with them, but you could remove a ton of effects. So you would have safety from those 2 effects for 6 DTS.
Okay. Rolls really start mattering. Okay. Shit. Wait. I'm gonna wait then until the other. I'm gonna wait on taking that one until my current tincture ends because I only have 2 DTS left for that to run dry. And then I'll go ahead and take the one that only lasts for 3 days. The Panaceum one. Or not the Panaceum one only has 2 DTS left, and then it runs dry. And then I will take the tincture to mitigate the intensifying symptoms and worsening condition. And then I will deal with the rolls of 81 or higher. Or yeah, 81. Because I'm mitigating the 10, so I don't have to worry about 71. Hey. So to word it properly, fuck. Actually, hold on a second, because no, I think it's smarter to just take them both and get 2 days out of both of them.
Okay.
So I will take both. Don't have to worry about rolls, or don't have to worry about 81 or above rolls, and I don't have to worry about stacking 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Took them both now. So I have 60 TS for both of them. Okay. Let's go to page 8. Yes, page 8. It's 1 DTS. And the roll, intermediary poisons. It's not stacking, so this would turn into a 160 roll with all my bonuses. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Page 8. I'm definitely going to be at the bottom of the sword thing, but I live, hopefully.
Okay. Warp the mind, twist this perspective, hallucination of spiritualization. This is where the grandeur, the illusions of grandeur part comes in.
Oh, lovely.
All right. The mind is projecting things into reality, causing you to hallucinate, suffer hallucination X and toxic X. Toxic is damage per turn in D10s. Where X is equal to the level/tier of the poisonless book you were on. This is affected by the intensifying symptoms and worsening conditions stage. So, you're at part 8, this would be 18 instead. If that was active, but you have it subdued for now. When you perform any DTS or DTA, roll a 1d2. On a 1, you hallucinate and bypass the roll, failing to do anything productive. On a 2, reality is real.
Okay. Can I use, let's see, warp the mind, twist perspective, hallucinate of spirit,
So,
hallucinations.
in the case of DTS and DTA, you have to pass the hallucination X and toxin X roll, in addition to rolling the D2 and your scholastic roll.
Okay.
You got to roll 4 things now to pass the next page or get to the next page, and they all gonna line up.
Okay. No fates. So we just do it or we don't, and if I fail, I fail it, and I try again.
Well, the thing is, can you pass these rolls? How good are your stats?
Well,
Because if we go and look at the game mechanics, no, that's not it. Not qualities. Core book, combat, weaponless qualities. So, hallucination.
Mhm.
That thing. Is it back here? Hallucination. You need to roll a toughness test. What stage of what book did you just complete? Which part of the book?
That
Is
was
it 7
page
or 8?
8.
All right, so minus 80 to toughness.
Yeah, I don't think I
Otherwise,
have a
reroll
4%.
hallucination effects.
I don't.
More drugs.
Yep, more drugs it is. Anti-hallucinogen. And I will ask Lore Keeper if needed, to just be like, I need an anti-hallucinogenic out of the poison vault.
It'll last a day. Here you go.
Okay. The stacking aspect of everything. Will this actually last a day, or does it make it to where
It's supposed to remove the hallucination effect, but it only lasts a day with your condition.
Okay.
All right. You can
Sure.
bypass for the day the hallucination roll, but you still have to roll Toxin X or Toxic X. So it's a minus 80 toxin. If you fail, you just take a bucket of damage.
Okay. So what do you want me to roll for toxin?
It's going to be a minus 80 toughness.
Minus 80 tough? Okay. Let me
If
get
you
that 1 and
fail,
4.
you
Yep,
get
okay.
this. You take 44 damage.
Funpo just laughs.
It turns into tears
It does.
and a little bit of crying.
Listen, I'm irritated in ways of this, and just like, whatever. Oh. Okay, 573. And then what are the other? I'm ignoring hallucination. Hallucinogens.
We're going to roll a d2 to see if your next roll would even matter.
And
2 is what you want. 1 is not.
but I thought I don't have to deal with the hallucinogen.
That's a separate thing. Separate thing.
Okay. Well, 50-50. Yeah!
All right. Now get to roll your scholastic lore,
Which
which is your poison,
yes.
intermediary poisons, and then you get to go on the stage 9.
Intermediary poisons only plus 150 because of stacking. Nice. Oh, 80, not an 81. I still have that for. This would be 5 DTS left. And only 2 DTS left of the other thing.
Mm-hmm. Anesthesia. You're starting to lose feeling in all of your body. If you have not protected your spirit, in addition to completely isolating your D10 from poisons, you gain the numbed condition. All bonuses to rolls are halved, all penalties to rolls are doubled, and you must roll a D10 on each action you take. On a 9 to 10, you fail, or a 2 to 9, you fail. On a 1 or 10, you pass. If the intensifying symptoms and worsening conditions portion is not suppressed, you only succeed on a 10.
Okay.
You have not done this.
No, I have not.
You've
I did.
only.
I have suppressed the intensifying.
Yes. So, to get to the last stage, you not only have to roll for toxin, you have to roll a d2, of which you must roll a 2, and then you must roll a d10, of which you must roll a 1 or 10. Because even if reality is real, it didn't matter, because you can't feel anything.
Yep.
At least it's not a 10.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead. Wait, hold on. If I take 10 ultimate grade nullifying tincture,
Mhm.
does that
It'll
5
nullify this symptom entirely for this roll. But you also have one more stage of poison.
Wait, I don't
You're
think
right. This is 9. You need to get to
Yes.
10, and you need to then succeed at 10.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Okay. Page 9. Bam. Numbing and anesthesia. I kind of
So,
figured that. I'm just like,
minus
well,
80 on the. If we're gonna continue without the tincture.
well, hold on. Because let's see, I've got one more DTS, and then I have to do another daily roll, and then I have one more DTS. Well, no, then
You have 4 DTS left with the
Mhm.
double tinctures running.
Yes, I have 2 left of the anti-hallucinogen.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah. Go quick. Give me
Hey.
the rolls. Let's see. Let's roll a D2. Let's just see if we go from there.
Okay, so D2. Oh, baby! Yeah!
Now a D10. You need a 1 or 10. Be the
So,
Chad. Be a Giga.
oh,
Just Giga Chad this. Come on. Just 20% it. You got it. It's a 20%er. Let's go. I called it. My man. It didn't even matter if it wasn't suppressed. You got it on the nose. Now roll the minus 80 toughness test.
Alrighty, well, that one, okay, so, I mean, that one's just what, for the toxic?
Yeah.
I fail. I'll just fail it.
Nope. You have a 4% chance. Don't give up. Don't give in. You could also roll a 1 like a Chad.
Alrighty, oh, okay, so, no. Oh, well, no, I didn't put minus 80. That would have been a fail.
Minus 80. Okay. You take 52 damage.
Yep.
Now Scholastic Lore. Remember, your bonuses are halved, and the
Yes.
negatives are doubled. So the stacking per try, whatever that is giving you, it's doubled that negative, and then
Okay.
halve any bonuses you got.
So, let me recount.
No, this is a poison that you're applying. Can't you use your new talent that you just got?
He does. He has to.
Yeah.
You can't pass the roll
1, 2,
without it,
3,
because
4,
the
5,
current
6.
negative is minus. It's minus 20 per attempt, and he's on stage 9, so it's minus 20 times 9. It's a minus 180, which makes it 360.
Yep.
Minus 360, and then have the bonuses. I don't know if you can pass.
He's got key. He can apply
He
that.
does not have key.
Oh.
It is used to suppress the lethal spread. Yeah.
Do you have anything
He
in your
might need to
dap
use
pools?
shenanigans. Oh yeah, he does have adapt pulse. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm losing count every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Would you qualify Fortify as surviving this poison?
Sure.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Alchemy doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
28. Okay, I think that's all of it. So plus 140 is the halved.
Yep.
Okay.
Minus
And
360.
then, okay, so click this plus 140 minus 360.
You do need to pass this roll because you have to start over on the D2 and the D10 if you don't pass this roll. So if you want to spend merit from your adapt pools, this would be a great time.
Well, let's see. My adapt pool is basically empty.
Why didn't you? I gave you a bunch of merit. Didn't you put that stuff in?
Well, I haven't put it into adapt, but otherwise,
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not? I didn't think. Anyways,
Put them in an adapt, you goober.
okay. Yeah. So let me pull up my
It's
Excel.
so important to
Gosh,
have
it's a good
merit
thing that
can
you
spend
remembered
on
to
the
do
fly.
that beforehand.
Okay, Chunpo Killer Dust. I have 78 merit, split into 4. Just wait. No, I can only have what 30 in each.
25? 30? 30? Oh, you can only spend 25 each time, right?
Yeah. So we'll just put, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then. Okay. Get rid of that. We put. I can only spend 25. So we'll just put 25 into splitting up the adapt pool. It's 20, and then
What are you gonna spend? Quick.
Into that. Okay, so
What are you gonna buy?
I think I'm gonna buy some skills to make my bonus a little bit bigger because I have a lot of them, and since
could.
they all qualify, what's the XP cost for skills?
5 for the first, 7 for the second, 9 for the third, 11 for the fourth. You will
Okay.
burn through your stuff really quickly. You might want to build a talent that gives you additional bonuses. Also, have you been looking at your poison spirit bone? Does that provide you any help?
I have not been looking at my poison spirit bone.
Because it could be secretly OP, or it could not apply at all. Who knows?
Inoculated to rating plus in factorial.
So you would have had less toxin damage and less hallucination, because inoculated protects you from poisons and hallucinations.
Poison key grant toxic 2 because I'm at backing 2 can stack. Rating okay. Lingering poison. If poison applies a damage effect from failing to resist a toxic roll, it applies again next round. Okay. Is a spirit bone and a Dantian different?
They are different.
Okay.
But your spirit bone is poisoned. Is a
Yes.
poison spirit bone, so it is uniquely not affected by this poison's effect.
Okay.
You have learned some very interesting things recently about spiritualization.
Yes, and shamanism. And, let's see.
That the mind and the spirit are intrinsically linked through spiritualization.
Yes. So, let's see. I'm trying to figure out I'm currently thinking of what I could, I believe, actualize my spirit bone to combat this anesthesia. If that is something, or if that is just like this poison won't stop even if you do that.
You'd spirit select it, or you would might
Okay.
select it or mind select it.
Okay.
So might would increase its effects. Swiftness would allow you to use effects that are active more often. Mind would give it something new, and spirit would link it to something.
I believe, well, because of how this poison is worded, I believe I went to spirit select the spirit bone to spirit poison bone, or however we want to say it, to defend my Dantian?
Do you want to link it to your Dantian?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. This means if your spirit bone ever gets damaged, so does your Dantian, and vice versa. But they also share in power.
Okay.
That means your spirit bone is now protecting your Dantian.
How much? Let's see. The spirit select.
You may ignore one listed symptom that that is currently affecting your Dantian.
How much experience is this going to cost?
5.
5. Oh.
Because you have not ever selected your spirit bone, have you?
Nope.
Then it costs 5. With this link, it will protect your spirit bone or your Dantian from one negative effect that is currently under That is a poison effect. Protect it from one currently existing poison effect. And then your spirit bone will gain power as you gain power. Pretty
you
good.
said one poison effect?
Yeah, one effect from a poison. Not a whole poison, one effect that is currently affecting your poison. So if one poison has 8 effects, you can ignore one effect.
Okay.
It could be all negatives are doubled. You could ignore that, or you could ignore the all bonuses are halved.
I think I'm going to ignore all the negatives are doubled.
All right. So now it's only a minus 180
Okay, and I have a
versus your plus 140
Yep.
to your normal roll.
Yes.
So it's a minus 40. A scholastic lore roll.
Where go? It's not application, intermediate. There we go. So minus 40, which is. Oh, come on. Back of shit. Anyways.
Did you fail?
Yep.
You could. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Wait, no, I can't use key because I don't have it.
You could. What fate currency do you use?
I have, well, just regular fate, and then I have one poison. Well, no, the poison fate is 0 now because it got all
Yeah.
inky.
You could burn a fate point for a reroll. Permanently reduce the threshold by 1, though.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I will burn that fate point. I do not have a tumbleweed. Same
You get a
roll,
reroll.
still minus a 40.
You
Better.
can. Oh, you got it?
Yes.
All right, homie. You at stage 10. If you survive stage 10, we're in the home stretch.
Yep.
But you got to get through all the hoops.
Hang on a second because that was the last one I have, and this is another day. So two
Bucket of damage.
plus currently still 34. No, hold on, let me make sure about that. Yeah. We're on day. Scrolling up, making sure that I haven't done 34 yet. No, I have not. Okay. Yes, I mitigated the stacking 10s because that was going to kill me otherwise. 104. Okay. Sorry, keeping track of things. Chunpo deeply regretting life decisions and just sitting here like, why did I ever even attempt this? Like that, 104 damage.
City Doom and Death Throes. The poison is fully unleashed. You are now in a cinematic death throw scene and must find a way to beat this poison, or die. You may only suppress one aspect of the poison at a time. One aspect of the poison at random, per try, become immune to being suppressed. One aspect of the poison at random will also double its effect per try. If you have the fate element or Tao, you may have this re-rolled once. Choose wisely. You have 3 attempts to pass this stage. Each failure makes or causes a failed death save. On a roll of a natural 1, if you recover a save. If you have no failures, you survive and beat the book. Pass on a poison roll and win. You may spend merit from the adapt pool only once during this phase. All right, so that's immune. 9 is doubled. So the numbing and anesthesia doubles its effects. And you cannot suppress 1. So it'll quarter your bonuses. You only pass on a 10. But you have suppressed it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it can't be suppressed. It merely says its effects are doubled, but you've suppressed it with that tincture. You also ignore its quadrupling of the negatives. So first of all, let's roll a d2.
Okay.
Let's see if you even get to play. Or if you are in delirium. I need a 2, Mr. Poe.
Oh, man. Yep, thought so.
That is a loss of a DTS.
Okay.
That is a try. But Johnny has spent fate. All right, Johnny. How is this being applied? Or is I don't even know if he's in chat.
He is not. Wait, did he?
Is he's not in call.
He is there. Ish.
Sort of.
How's it being appled?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Johnny, how's that being applied?
So think of it like a kind of like his suit glowing around him and it like pressing in through his skin, in which it kind of interacts with the poison in a way to uh,
Help protect the systems, I guess, better.
yeah, almost like a reflection of the poison to give him another try. I saw you say fate element or Tao, and I was like, oh, I could probably help with this with a spotlight.
Well, he gets to pick one dice for this entire endeavor to reroll once,
Yes.
which could be either the immunity roll, the doubling roll, or the horrific roll of which he has to roll these effects.
So yeah, I guess the horrific roll. I figured I saw the 9 there. I was like, oh, I could probably use or like the fate reroll from that. But
Well, actually, I gotta ask. Since you're taking both, you can only suppress one at a time. Are you suppressing the intensifying, or are you suppressing the numbing?
Okay. The intensifying would make it quadruple, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I suppress.
Would you like to spend adapt on might to might select your spirit bone to increase the protectiveness it gives to your Deontion?
I think that's a good idea.
Because each additional one you get, each additional might select. Remember, you only get one purchase, but this might be worth it because the number 9 is suppressing the shit out of you.
Yeah. So poison spirit bone.
Yeah, so it would then allow you to suppress 2 effects affecting your Deontion.
Okay, and this one will cost 10.
For 5.
Oh, for 5?
No, you did spirit select last time. This is
Yes.
might select. It's a different pillar, so it starts over.
Okay.
It's 5.
Okay.
So now it suppresses 2 effects, which is the having, or in this case, quartering your bonuses to roll. So if you want that. And if you do one more purchase, you'll be immune to all of its effects.
I think that's a good
Because
idea.
it only has 3 effects. So it'd be 15, might 5, might 10.
Yep.
Because it halves your bonuses, it doubles the penalties, and then it forces you to roll that d10. And if you are immune to all 3, you're immune to that effect. So, but that'll be your purchase.
That works for me.
Do you want to have the D2 be your 1 reroll?
Oh, fucking Christ. I hate 50-50s.
I know.
I
You
mean,
can also take the death save and roll again, because you have 3 tries.
Okay, hold on. If I took the reroll and I pass, then what? I still have to roll a d10, don't I?
you got this, man.
Nope, you're immune to that.
Okay, good. After that, then I just roll a minus 50? because the last roll that I did was a -40 with all of my bonuses and stuff. Well, no, I've suppressed all of it. I would win, right? If I'm thinking of it right.
Hold on. So for hallucinate X, you're still. You would be out of hallucination resistance,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but you do have inoculated, equal to your spirit bone tier, which reduces the X value of a hallucination.
And
So you have a
now,
what level of spirit bone?
technically only 2 right now. So
That
I'd
means
be
that you
able
would
to...
reduce hallucination by 2, which makes it only a -60, which gives you a 24% chance of winning that roll.
Yeah.
How much
So,
narrative do you have?
How much what?
Narrative points. Did you
0.
I have 0
One of the
fate.
poisons bottomed him out of protagonist points, fate points, and narrative points.
Okay.
And another methodology he's using not to take health state damage is he's using all of his ki to suppress the health state damage tick.
I suppose I can't send a destiny fragment his way.
We'll see. Depends on what do you want to do with it.
Because I could give you a narrative, 5 narrative points to apply to that inoculative, which would make it a -10 instead of a -60.
You already sent him 5, right?
Yeah, or that was from the spotlight. So I was just helping with this wall of text you put up.
Johnny, I also need you, since you gave him a spotlight and you connected his fate to yours.
Yeah.
I need you to pick a number on a
Okay.
1d100. Roll the 1d100.
So 45 is my number. 75.
If you help him again, you will be poisoned with this whole thing.
Okay.
You can feel it in your fate tinglies.
Gotcha.
This thing can jump through connections.
Through bonds.
Yeah, that was something that I learned about.
But you can help him this once, because it was like, surprise! And it's like, ooh, do it again. I'll fuck you up.
Okay.
Alright, but he has given you 5 narrative points, and he has connected you with the Fate Dow temporarily, which allows you the 1 reroll of any roll.
Okay.
Once. It also gives you... That's 5 narrative points. Gives you the... Johnny had a partial description for it. You can use your poison fate point once without burning it.
Okay.
You get basically 2 rerolls.
Gotcha.
Good luck.
Okay.
So do you want to use that here for the 1d2?
Can I use the penultimate tincture at all?
You can!
Yay.
But you
Can
have
I
to fail
use
this
that?
roll because you didn't say it earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'll
So
fail
you take
that.
the penultimate tincture. I
Hmm.
need you... because this thing is not easy to drink. It is disgusting. But you don't particularly care.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You don't have to worry about that because you're not numb. I was going to have to see if you drop it. I was going to have you roll the d10 to see if you drop it. But you're immune to that effect. So the tincture gives you immunity to all of this stuff for 1 roll. So roll your scholastic lore.
Hell yes.
Nicely done. You saved the best thing for last when all hope could have been dashed.
Do I have to suffer any minuses? Or do I
No,
just get all my
you
pluses?
suppress all of the effects once
Fuck
on a
yeah.
single roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Make sure you get
11.
that bonus as big as you can because we have 1 more stage after this.
What the fuck? I thought this was 10!
I said 10, and then we're on the home stretch.
Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I believe the number is 28. I don't think I can add anything else to it. Can I add Medicaid?
Mm-hmm.
29, 30, 31, 32. Survival?
Yep.
33, 34. 34. In science?
Yep.
35, 36. I think that's it.
Roll it.
360. Okay.
Okay. You roll 43 D100. You have to have a 1. And
Oh,
any
son.
of that dice. Let's see how good your fate is.
/ R 43.
I have not seen a 1 from you in a while, so it could be.
What are you talking about? I just rolled a 1d2 and I got a 1.
Just you.
No, there's a 3.
You haven't used any of your fate reroll things. Since you didn't use your reroll earlier, your fate point, your poison fate point only rerolls 1 dice, but your reroll that you haven't used for the symptoms can roll the whole batch one more time.
I'll do that. Oh, God damn it. Come on, thing.
Do it. Oh,
There's a 1!
here you go. Congrats, dude. You have succeeded in cultivating the art of poison lust. I will have to write you a paragraph of shit that you get out of this.
I'm just happy I lived.
Oh, you more than lived. You'll see. This will be good for you. It was really hard. And the reason I wrote all of those poisons down is because you get something called a keystone poison slot. What that does is you only get one of these until you can make more keystones for poisons. This is basically your poison. This is the thing you will be known for and may or may not be part of your down name.
Okay.
This thing will be basically the kind of, it's infused into everything you touch until you decide, I'm going to suppress that. It's basically your bread and butter poison. You can pick any of the poisons you've ingested so far.
Oh.
So the one that's attached to your heart, that super botanical poison thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick the yin venom that you were injected with, or this poison that you just fought. The 9 delusions.
Mm.
You may pick any one of those poisons as your keystone.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
As a note, the yin poison kills quick, if not immediate. Your other poison, it's much more manageable because its tier is lower than the other 2 by a lot. It's still very lethal, and it's very adaptable because it's a bunch of little poisons together.
Yes.
And it'll be much easier for you to control and have it adapt to any situation. The 9 delusions is a slow death for anybody. It's a really ugly way to go, and it takes usually about 9 days. It's basically you die in 9 days, almost guaranteed.
Gotcha.
But it's everything you touch. To get that feeling when every time we kiss, we reach for the sky. My heart beat fast. I want it to last. You beside my side.
I both want to do the 9 delusions, but at the same token, I'm sitting here like, that's pretty rough.
Well, I will be giving these to that person one every day in all the stages. The if they are able to endure, they then get the 10th day. They endure to the 10th day. They get the 10th thing to see if they can survive it.
Okay. What happens if somebody survives? Do they become a poison? Like they survive
No,
with a baptism?
they basically get a huge buff to their physical fortitude.
Hmm.
So if someone's able to survive this, their defense / tenacity, survivability, endurance, their internal just body, mind, and spirit are super tough now. Like superhuman even for cultivators. You would get basically the equivalent of immunity to 10,000 poisons, or maybe the 100,000 poisons.
Mhm.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, poison meat? Not after that shit.
Okay. Do you want
You
that?
don't have to think about that now. I have a pile of stuff I got to write for you. I'm going to send it to you in a Word document because it's going to be about a page on a Word document.
Gotcha. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Because this would have taken it took us 3 hours to get here.
Yeah.
3.5 hours, almost 4 to get here. That would have been most of yesterday's session or next session. So I'm glad we got this out of the way.
Yeah, I have
Works
3.5
out pretty good.
hours, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. So in total, last day that I was at was 34, so 17. That took me 12 days in the cave.
Not bad.
You said that's the sword would take a week. So I'm almost a whole week behind. I believe I'm going to be at the bottom, but if I pick that one tincture, if I pick that one poison, I don't think it'll truly matter much. But I don't want to just touch every people.
Yeah. You can also pick any of the. So using the art of poison list, you also have 2 named poisons that you could chug on the spot to fill that keystone.
Okay. Yeah.
Because named poisons are going to be your bread and butter. These are your major power-ups with this art.
Is the yin poison a named poison?
The yin poison? That's a venom.
Venom. Excuse me.
Yeah. So you found a named poison from the vault, and they provided you one here in case you were going to die, which you didn't have to drink, which was very good.
Did you ever go check out the spider web?
No, I don't believe I did. I'm not sure what the spider web is.
No, it's just it has a name there. It says made by Susie.
Oh. Oh no, I didn't even look at this place, but they did tell me they were going to keep me here. So
There you go.
yeah, I might check that out now that I'm I'm not worried.
We will be stopping here though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I had one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about on regards to DAO names. It's say that I had something in mind, and it's obviously early still. Would you want to know ahead of time of what I've thought, or would you want to be surprised?
Works, man. The DAO name is you. You get to pick your DAO name, and it's I then as the GM see if you're following that DAO name, and either give you bonuses, penalties, or nothing, depending on it. This is a self-chosen mechanic, and I just
Okay.
follow what you've given me.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even have to do with what you're doing. I recommend it should be involved in what you are doing and want to do.
I think it fits so far, and is what was it? The last session, we spent quite a bit of time thinking about it and talking it through, and I like what I have on that, and the aspect of making sure that it, like, what was it, that it fit, was where I wanted to talk about and see if it was just like, hey, is this okay, or would you be upset?
Why would I be upset?
Just the, like, hey, you don't have that much of this in, but you have it in your name.
You can work towards it. It just starts as a detriment until you figure it out.
Cool. Alrighty.
That's the thing with ambitious names. If you can't do it, make sure you're able to do it eventually. Doesn't need to be immediate. It needs to eventually happen.
Gotcha.
Because if you don't, all it does is continue to more and more impede you until you remove that from your name or acquire something that involves it. But you can surprise me, or you can tell me now. It's up to you.
I gotcha.
You now have a way to cultivate, because your plant used to take all of your cultivation, and with your spirit disease, you have a really hard time cultivating. But now you just eat poisons and you cultivate.
Perfect.
This is gonna be pretty cool. I hope you like what I built for you, and present. But for now,
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being here and witnessing this. Because, goddamn,
yeah.
jeez, that re-roll of the batch just enough.
Well, you man moded it, so yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Good old spotlight. May the moon shine upon you.
I do want you to go ahead or well, I do want you to know my down name of what I have so far because I just really like it.
All right, put it in chat.
Cool. Eternal. Copy. And now with the cultivation, I think it fits.
Black hole viper devours that which poisons the world tree. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
And
All right.
yeah. I'm excited to both expand into that and but anyway. If that is all for the night, I am going to go ahead and try to get some dinner because I haven't eaten yet.
Me too, also.
Pisca. Oh, we got quite a few people.
You're not dead. You get so many.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one of those is a bot, but
Well, I mean, it's just me.
Whoa, that's racist.
oh, wait.
How would you like it if somebody called you a bot?
So.
So,
Yep. Congrats, dude.
Good job, Jumbo. Good job,
It's
William.
a big W for the boys.
not
Yeah.
dying. That's our MO. It's like in our slogan.
But you can see where that can unfortunately take a dark turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I really thought I was going to die today, but I'm glad I didn't. Now I just eat
Mhm.
poisons. Just have I can just sit here thinking of like drinking out of like a sippy cup with a skull and crossbones on it. Just
Yeah.
all right, everybody. You all have a good rest of your night. Appreciate everything.
Oh, goodbye for
Mhm.
now.
Goodbye. Oh, also, yay or nay on that conflux?
Hmm.
Conflux idea.
What about it?
You said you'd think about it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. Well, if you decide to want to go watch anime, join us in the other chat.
No.
Yeah,
I got
figured.
stuff I gotta do, man.
Sure. Farewell.
Suitcase.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.